The Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Superior Adventurers Guild. My name's Dave, your humble dungeon master, and we're here to talk about accounting terms and spreadsheets. Just kidding, we're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to jump back into an episode of our Heroes of Greyhawk adventure, which is a relatively new adventure that we just started, taking place a couple years after the adventures of the Dead Gang and their, escapades in the Amadio jungle to the way south of where we are in this particular adventure. Here we are far to the north in the Viscounty of Verbobonk, and we are near the village of Hamlet, and we'll get to that in just a minute. Before we do, I want to introduce you to my table, my friends, the gang, the yet to be named party of adventurers. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
We do need to pick a name.
I did it really quietly.
We need a gang name.
No, I think we can give ourselves to level 3 to pick a name. Like, you know, that really meld together and mesh together.
If we survive that long.
The survivors.
The Norb duels.
The Norb duo.
Oh wow.
God.
Wow. All right, let's get into this. Let's do some intros. Let's kick it off with my good friend from long ago, since we were little tykes. I don't know, throwing rocks at each other probably. Andy.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on the interwebs. Tonight I'll be playing Desmond Adelar, first level human rogue.
Pincushion extraordinaire.
And the man with all the arrows.
Yeah, he's wondering if they need to drag old Warber out into the field this time to get paid.
I don't think so.
for what they just did last game. Just saying. All
right. Good to know. Thanks for being here, Andy. Let's jump over to Ashley.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and I am playing for you tonight Xanthi, the sweet little strange girl who shoots fire and kills things. And yeah, she's thinking that maybe we need to find the Dire Badger so that we could at least give Warber something that he thinks is worth 20 gold.
The pelt alone is probably worth God knows what. Great idea.
Don't tell us that, 'cause then we'll just keep it.
That's true. It could be worth 21 gold. I don't think so. Let's jump over to Bleak Season. Christian, hello.
Oh. Hey, what's up, Dave? How you doing, man?
Great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
No problem. I'm all right.
Great to see you.
Well, great to see you.
Thank you. You're very amicable. I like that. I like that smile.
I'm Canadian.
That's true. Our friends to the Great White North.
That's right. That's us up here, with the polar bears. The polar bears. And our Michigan hot dogs just for Hooli.
God save the bears.
God save the bears. Hey, I am the Bleak Season. The Bleak Season on Twitter. Bleakseason.com, my website where I keep all my dirty secrets about Shadesong. I'm playing tonight Lachlan Feldspar, I'm going to say a Dwarven Storm Cleric. I do like the way Michael described him on Twitter today, but now I forget what it was, although it was quite good. And I wasn't here last week, so I'm kind of looking forward to getting caught up and seeing just why in the hell we're looking for goats.
Oh, we're not looking for goats.
Oh,
we're looking for what killed the goats.
Oh, the goats are deceased. They are ex-goats.
The goats might be looking for you if you're not careful.
They have ceased to goat.
You know what?
Where will you goat from here?
For my money, Dave's the goat. Dave's the goat. He's the goat of this whole thing here.
That's what the kids say.
I could never be the old goat because we already have an old goat in our Discord community.
We do.
Big shout out to Andy, the old goat. Different Andy, not this one.
Not me.
So many Andys.
Yep. God, there's a lot of Andys in this.
Yeah, we're going to need to number them.
Yep. Andy 7. Well, we got Andy G3D here, so there you go. Thanks for being here, Bleak. Let's jump over to Kirk. Is that you?
Hey,
Where did that beard come from? Is that your Halloween costume?
Oh, yeah.
I know it's
Is that real?
just growing on me.
Is that from today?
Oh,
Um,
nice.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, I shaved this
That was
morning
good.
with a razor. Just my cheeks, though.
I don't believe you.
Hello, I'm Kirk, the man with the most luxurious beard. I'm playing Norb Nhyre, who also has a luxurious beard. I am on a spree of weird intros.
The intro guy. Captain Intro and his wily gang of Norb duels.
Is he
Obsessed.
introverted?
Who else?
I don't know. Might be outroverted. Yet, are you innie or outie?
I'm in Schnorbverted.
Okay, that seems like a personal problem. Let's let's give some thanks and praise for a moment to our long-term campaign sponsor, CZRPG. I want to show you guys something. This is pretty cool. This is going to blow your mind. All right, check this out. No, that's not it. Check this out. There it is. They have donated for the giveaway tonight the Halloween Fun Bundle. Have you heard of this thing? It's crazy. It is 10
Whoa.
different titles from the CZRPG catalog, including Barovian Born and Raised, Countess von Zarovich, Dark Hexes and Horrible Diseases. Ooh, that one seems like I could use. Encounters in Barovia, Encounters in Castle Ravenloft, Encounters with the Dark Powers, Mira Zach's Domain, The Withering of Rothsville, Van Richten's Pocketbook to Ravenloft. All the good ones. All the
That's,
best ones. That's a
a lot of
huge
stuff.
giveaway. Yeah, so
What?
exclamation mark drawing to get into this giveaway. Let me just double check here. I did
Yeah,
on the
do it.
fly update your post, Bleak, to get the right website address, because for some reason that old website address keeps hanging out. I don't know how that keeps happening. But we are giving away the ultimate Halloween fun bundle. There it is.
I know why, actually. I know why it keeps hanging on.
Why? Tell us.
Because I have like 3 different or 4 different shout outs. There's one for GM,
Yeah.
one for
Oh.
Greyhawk,
Bleak.
one for Shadesong, one for.
Hey,
So-
there we go. The Halloween fun bundle.
It's a different. Yeah.
Exclamation mark
I've
trying to
been
get in on
called
the
a
action.
Halloween Fun Bundle before.
Was that when you were doing the cat costume? Yeah.
I'll never tell.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to get in and win this, Cardman's here, so we know who's gonna
Oh,
win.
God.
Cardman is in the house. The
Somebody get in there
ultimate
and compete
winner.
with Cardman.
Yeah.
He
we
was
need to go
so ready.
far and wide. I know Cardman's like, I'm gonna be the first
It's already
person in there.
Yeah.
Hello, Cardman. Glad to have you. Thanks to everybody who's here. A couple of quick announcements. I want to give a big shout out to our production team here at the Guild. That's Ashley, that's Andy, that's Miko, that's Bleak, that's myself. A lot of great games going on, and we've been bringing in a lot of fun people to play games. We've got a monsters hunting game coming up for Monday Night Madness or Mayhem in a couple of weeks. We've got the first episode of Bleak's last night's game of Vassin that is on VOD. We'll be airing that next, the second part, the finale, the second of 2, next Monday. But before that, we've got, man, you're a busy guy, Bleak. We've got the Blade Runner game on Sunday. We've got a Shadesong game on Thursday that I get to play in. So I'm really stoked about that. There's a lot going on here, guys, and it's all because we have an awesome team to help make it happen. So if you want to meet some of the folks that are doing that stuff and get involved, we encourage you to hit up our Discord channel. There's the link. Come on over and hang out with us. Win some stuff tonight. Come and hang out with us in the Discord. I don't know. That's how we do. The map that I was showing you before. What's that?
Hooli rated us while you were speaking so eloquently.
You got to be kidding me. Hooli, thank you so much for bopping in. We appreciate you. You're awesome. Hooli has been a consistently radical raider. How do you like that? Real quick, wanted to make sure that I shout out this map that I was showing earlier is by Anna B. Meyer. There's a link to Anna's Patreon and website. Go check out their stuff. Really, really good mapping for Greyhawk. All right, so what else am I missing? If you want to support the channel, the best way to do it is to follow us, hang out and chat, just have a good time. If you want to get involved in the game and influence the way things happen, you can give advantages with cheering bits, and I encourage you to do that for either our players, because they need it, or to me, because then I can wield it as a weapon. That seems weird, but I'll do it. In the meantime... Did I miss anything, you guys? I feel like we have so many announcements now. Are we good?
We got merch.
Are we good?
That's it. We're good.
Okay. Cardman, we didn't miss anything, did we? Okay, good.
We are sorted.
We're sorted. All right. We're all squared away. I'm going to give us a little recap of what happened last week as we get into the action here. So bear with me as we go like this. Now, in our last session, we spent some time actually at the Inn of the Welcome Wench. You met some new friends, you had a nice meal, you talked to a guy with a magic book, you played Magic or Not Magic, a new game invented by Xanthi to pass the time. You had some drinks, you played some cards, you cheated at cards, you won lots of money at cards, and now people know you as the guy that won a bunch of money. Desmond, I'm looking at you. Playing cards with a little bit of help perhaps from a cute little unassuming accomplice in the grift game. I'm talking about Xanthi. That was really fun. You guys did a really nice job of playing the sloops and sailors. And like I said, you won a lot of money. After that, you actually found yourselves a job investigating a series of murders, horrible murders. Gruesome murders, goat murders. You met with an old herdsman. This is a step up from rat catchers, guys. That's how we do it here in Heroes of Greyhawk. You met an old herdsman named Warber Kalich, who negotiated remuneration for putting an end to the creature who was killing his goats. You set off into the tall grasslands behind his homestead to begin your investigation. Now, searching about the fallow farm fields and the pastures, Desmond found a goat carcass near an old oak tree that had been recently scavenged, it turns out, by a giant badger-like creature that lunged at you from the tall grasses. Xanthi responded by blasting it with fire and scaring it off the kill. It disappeared into the underbrush. Norm raced after it, passing by this ragged scarecrow in pursuit of the badger. And without warning, the scarecrow lashed out and clawed at Norb, dropping him to the ground, if I remember, as Xanthi then shot fire, immolating it. Desmond came in with the sword, cutting it down. Norb, luckily, was revived by Lachlan, I'm guessing, who is the cleric, the two slot shot cleric. Thunder crashed in the darkening sky to emphasize the situation as the first signs of rainstorm on the horizon started to kind of close in. You investigated the smoldering scarecrow, and you discovered that the straw and burlap of the scarecrow was interwoven with vines bearing strange bulbous growths. But your investigation was cut short as you were attacked by small stick-like figures clawing at Norb. Suddenly, luckily, Lachlan hammered one like a croquet swing, and the twig blight just burst into pieces, Desmond stepping up to end the second one with a well-placed sword attack. In a similar fashion, the once animated sticks appeared to be covered in strange wart-like protuberances. I like that word. Then suddenly, a second scarecrow lunged out at you. This one, however, came to the party wielding a scythe. The team went to work defending against the scarecrow, blasting it with fire. Norb punched it. Swords, swinging, hammering until you put it down and you returned it to the ground. More thunder crashing in the sky as the steady rain started to pitter-patter and now fall upon you. Lachlan cast some healing spells to make sure that Norb didn't die. Gathering up the twigs at this point, you made your way back to Warber, the herdsman, who failed to believe your story of animated scarecrows and twigs, monsters in leagues with an ornery badger. And that, my friend, is where we pick up. You are now sitting under the canopy of his covered porch while rain steadily falls upon it. He is has taken in your story. He has served you some tea as you recounted your story to make you feel better about the fact that he's not going to pay you with this tall tale of adventure in the tall grass. So as you sit there deciding what you might do next, my friends, I hand it over to you to make those decisions and chart your own fate.
Like, who could even make up a story like that, old man?
That's what I'm wondering. You must have spent quite a bit of time figuring out this harebrained story. But I hand it to you. It's a good one.
All right, guys, huddle up for a minute. Huddle up, huddle up.
Look at this guy. He's all injured. Anyways.
All
what's
right,
up?
I think we need to go back into the field, and maybe we could bring him the badger. It's
But
worth 20 gold.
The badger didn't do it.
Well, he's saying that it wasn't the scarecrow, which we think did do it.
Well, we're not gonna find out by sitting here, so I say we head back into that grass and try to sort out once and for all. I mean, I don't really care if he pays us or not. I really just, if there is some sort of, threat out there, I'd rather we take care of it while we're here rather than have to return tomorrow to, rummage through those goat carcasses again.
Yep. I think we should also go check out those scarecrows again.
Does anybody need to take a short break, like maybe for an hour before we head out? Maybe heal your own wounds?
No, I feel great.
You're
I could
welcome to
use a
stay
rest.
here for a bit if you like.
Do you have
Just-
any coffee?
Only the tea that I just served you. I could get more.
No coffee though.
No.
I think
Norb,
we're good.
you're drinking tea
We're good, right?
now. You're asking for coffee?
Yeah, coffee's better. I was just curious, it's just an idea.
I mean, we can take a
Okay.
breather. We can take a
Okay.
breather. A few minutes.
10.
Gather our
4,
thoughts.
2.5. All right, an hour.
I don't know about we need a whole hour, but
Can we count some of the time that we've been chatting with Werber
Absolutely.
as
Yeah.
part of the
Yeah, if
short
you're trying to
rest?
do a short rest, then absolutely, you've been sitting on the porch recounting your story and kind of negotiating with him a little bit. So I would say, yeah, if you want to do a short rest, that's not a problem at all.
Okay.
perfect. I don't even know what a short rest gives me.
You can use a hit die.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I only have one at this level.
I know, isn't it great?
Oh
First
god.
level.
I'm gonna keep it because I'm only down 2 points. Although those 2 points could make the difference because otherwise I have
It's
10.
true.
I don't
But
have
you, could
any
always,
more.
you could always take a short rest later, maybe.
I would use it now.
I
and
rolled an
hope
8
that
on my hit die.
Ooh, very nice.
I don't know if we'll get another short rest before we just go to sleep.
All right, I've short rested. Are you calling it a short rest because I'm a dwarf? This some kind of
No, I mean like time is small. Not. Oh God. She just walks
You're
away.
digging a hole.
God.
all right.
Oh,
Excuse me, Mr. Warburton.
Yes. You're not that short. And you look at him, and he's almost as tall as you are, maybe a little bit taller. He's a little old man.
And you, sir, are a paragon of stature.
That's a big word that I don't know, but thank you.
That's all right. I was wondering, this wonderful tea that you made, could you fill my my little canteen here with it? I would like to take some.
Yes, let me go get some more hot water, and I'll be right back. And he goes inside he goes back inside the house to get some hot water for the tea. Thank you, Cardman, for the advantage. Looks like it's for Desmond.
The Dez.
He'll need it.
yep.
Thank you, sir. Very kind of you.
He goes inside and leaves the four of you on the front porch, and you kind of scan the surroundings. There's the old muddy road now because the rain is starting to fall, and there's the thunder up above, lightning in the distance, not quite over the top of you, but little flashes, rivulets of electricity in the sky to the north.
I will, in seeing this, I will take a deep breath and step out from under the porch and just sort of stare out at it and go, at least we've got some good weather ahead of us.
It's still raining. What do you mean?
I know, it's perfect. Can't
Okay,
you
well,
feel?
can you use your lightning magic to maybe like hit the next scarecrow that comes out and tries to murder us?
I absolutely will.
Okay.
You can feel it in the air when there's this storm like this on the horizon. It's like a taste of, I don't know, possibility.
Metal.
Like there's change on the horizon. There's something about to happen. I love that sense of anticipation, don't you?
Anticipate getting wet, maybe.
Ah, what's a little rain?
Chafing. That's what it is.
Uncomfortable.
Well, I have a great trick for that. Remind me to tell you next time we're at the inn.
Okay.
No, you have to use soap, and you rub soap. And I'll explain later.
Are we soap close these days? Like, I don't think we're that close of friends yet.
I just figured that, once you've called lightning and charred people together, you can discuss soap. But I'm sorry, maybe these are not human habits. I apologize. That's getting.
Oh man! All right, let's go find this badger.
All right, so it's getting dark.
Yeah, I mean, it's like late afternoon. It's getting dark largely from the cloud cover that's rolling in, but it's also, it's late afternoon. So you feel like you maybe have like 2 hours before nightfall to get the job done. I don't know, how hard could it be to find a badger?
All right, let's head back out to that tree.
Wait, before we go,
Yes.
I know badgers like to eat food. So we should get some bait while we're here
Apparently, they like to eat goat.
and lure it out.
Do they?
It'll be easier than trying to find it.
But if they've just eaten a bunch of goats, will they be hungry enough to be
Right.
looked out with
Maybe he has another goat.
I mean, the
Excuse
dead goat-
me, Warber.
Not convinced about this plan.
Or we can use that one dead goat that we found out in the field that was by
Oh.
the tree.
That
Well,
one's
here
super
we
dead.
go. I've got the hot water for you.
Warber, my dear sir.
Yes,
Thank you so much for the hot water. This is so nice. Wow, it's steaming. We were wondering, could we borrow a goat?
Borrow a goat? What on earth would you need a goat for?
So I have this perfectly thought out plan. We're going to lure the goat out into the field with us, kind of like a tracking goat. And then we're going to hide near it, wait till the badger shows up.
Ah, the old
And we're in
Judas goat routine.
Yeah, do you have a goat you don't like very much?
No, I love them all dearly, sir.
Okay. What about a least favorite goat?
Well, there is Barney.
Okay. Can we borrow Barney? And as insurance, I'll give you 2 gold as like a what's it called? Like a rental? No, that's not the right term.
So when we take this
Insurance.
goat, Barney, is it?
Yes.
When we take Barney out into the field and lure the badger out with him, the badger comes out and kills Barney.
No.
Not only will he have lost an extra goat, not only will we definitely lose the 20 gold, but we will also lose an extra 2 gold on top of that.
And how
Well,
do we
no,
know? How do we know if we kill this badger that Warber will pay us anyways?
Well, because I
Right.
said I would, and
Well-
I shook your hand, sir.
Yeah,
and
he
my
did. He did.
word is bond.
Yep. So here's the deal. I give him the 2 gold for the goat as an insurance. He gives me the 2 gold back if the goat's fine, and
But
we
if-
bring him the head, and we get paid 22 gold, but 2 of that's mine.
Goat.
Or you
Or
could
the
just
goat
go
dies and
and
we lose
make
2 gold.
goat noises out in the field, and we don't bring the goat with us.
You're right. I could get the smell all over me.
That's right. You should just rub up and down a bunch of goats, and then let's
Not
go
on my goats, mister.
Warber, please. We need to lure this badger out. We're kind of banking on this money. We don't have enough to stay in town.
Does he really want to rub up against my goats?
I'm not gonna do anything weird. I'm just gonna like, I don't know, pick him up, rub him on my
He just wants to smell like a goat. Do you have
It's-
a
yeah, I
towel
need to
that
smell
like
the
a goat.
goats?
Have you
like,
ever heard
any
the
hides?
terminology lines and veils, Sonny?
How about some
I think
hides?
the goat sound to me quite ingenious.
All right, goat calls.
Yeah. I think,
okay.
I think we're
Okay,
gonna go
I got
with
this. All right, we're gonna go with it.
Mm.
Well, you better get hoofing it out there then.
All right.
Man, I thought for sure that old man was gonna. When you suggested rubbing up against his goat,
I mean, hey, you know what I meant.
I'm
you
not
know
sure
what I
I
meant.
do. I'm not sure I do.
Anyways,
It was. Is this something that goes on regularly in academia?
It gets lonely, I hear.
Mhm.
God.
Breaking the fourth wall. I can confirm. Yes, that's what goes on in academia.
Only in Canada, buddy. It's extra cold up north. All right, so you guys depart without a goat. No rubbing has happened. No goats were rubbed for the making of this particular game session. As
Yet.
you head back out, yeah, that's true. There's a lot of game left. You head back out into the grasslands behind old Warber's homestead, and you easily navigate your way towards this old oak tree, which, by the way, you guys burned to the ground. So there's still some smoke smoldering up from the location, even though the rain has put out the flames. And you were just there within the last 2 hours, so it's not very hard for you to find. As you get there, you see the carcass of the goat that you had seen previously. What do you do when you get there?
all right. I'm going to use my mold earth cantrip to remove the earth, make like a divot, like a small mound, like a small hole,
Okay.
like a trench for us to hide
Okay.
in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, all right, everyone, we need to get in the trench, and then I'll cast my other cantrip, inner illusion, to make goat calls.
And I will be assisting by using prestidigitation to make the smell of delicious goat waft across the field.
Very cool.
And
The
I will be
stink
looking
out.
at Dez and going, if we had all this magic to make believe we had a goat, why did Norb want to actually rub up against the goat?
Academia.
Mm.
I'm gonna break the fourth wall here. This actually happens in Canada.
Oh my God! Put the fourth wall back up and leave it where it is.
How would you know? How would you know? Oh yeah. How would you know?
All right, so you have created a small blind using your shape earth and your minor illusion to camouflage your position. You've got the aroma of goat given Xanthi's, which spell is that? Prestidigitation? How does that, how much of a scent does it put out there? Is it very localized? I guess that would be one thing to think about. And then Desmond and Lachlan, while this is happening, what role are you going to play in this particular scheme?
Are we near the tree?
Yeah, the tree is within 15 feet of where you are, and it's kind of smoldering still. There's a little bit of whiffs of char, smoke kind of coming up off of the char into the sky. Char, I'm going to say it one more time.
Char. While they're conjuring their goat smells, I'm gonna go investigate the tree.
Okay.
Just see if there's anything weird about it. Anything unusual.
Also doing goat calls, like goat, like bah.
Mhm.
With
All right,
minor illusion.
and on that note, I follow Dez.
All right. So first of all, the prestidigitation, Xanthi, how much space does that scent occupy?
I think since it says 10-foot radius on the spell itself, I think it would be 10 feet.
Okay, sounds good. Norb, give me a performance check on the bleeding goat sounds. Bleating.
Not bleaking. Thank you.
I'm gonna burn one of my advantages.
I think I'm bleaking, guys.
Bleed season.
Yes, you can. Bleat season. All right, so Desmond.
That
God,
sticks, I'm
all right,
killing
you guys. God damn it, Desmond. Stop making me laugh. Give me an investigation check, and then Lachlan, are you helping him or are you doing something different than
You know
investigating
what I
the tree?
just realized?
No,
We don't have a goat emoji.
not yet.
It could happen.
I am going to follow Dez as he's going to check out this tree, and I'm gonna be like, it's very weird. Like, there's a strange sort of this goat business. It's just, I mean, is this a human thing?
What do you mean human thing? Goats?
This fascination with the goats?
No, this. I wouldn't say so. Warber definitely is very attached to his goats, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. Look, I'm going to get over it. All right. I'm just going to choose to get over it. Right? I mean, you make friends. Friends have foibles. You put up with your friends' foibles, right?
Oh, you mean the bit about rubbing the goats on himself? You mean, are you talking about that? That was a little weird.
Yeah, but they're just really kind of getting into this.
Human
goat
or
business.
no?
Anyway, okay.
Okay.
Enough of the goats. Let's just move on from the goats. I think I've got my goat fill.
Okay.
Let's just go check out this tree.
Meanwhile, you look over and Norb's
Yeah, man.
like bleeding, and Xanthi is like blowing goat smell everywhere.
God. Oh my God.
Not how we're going to defeat the Temple of Elemental Evil, guys.
Norb, what did you
level
get?
one.
Yeah.
We
What
got
did
a
you get for your
21.
performance? On your
Natural
performance?
20. Natural 20 for a 21.
What? Wow. Okay. You guys,
You're the goat
it
in
sounds
this.
like there's a goat coming. And you hear it and you look back and you see exactly what Ashley just said, the scene of Norb kind of doing this goat, almost like a goat walk. And he's like bleeding out, and he almost looks like a goat. You get the sense that Norb spent a lot of time around goats, for better or for worse. And it smells like goat.
It is quite convincing.
I choose
Anyways.
to get over it. I will apply intellect and logic and just, move on from it.
What's up with this tree?
What'd you roll for your investigation check?
I haven't rolled it
Did
yet.
you guys burn it?
Oh yeah, I burned
it's
this.
burned. I mean, most of it's burned. There's still some tree left, but
Is there anything you guys didn't break?
it's a charred stump.
I rolled a 1.
I mean,
for a total
you
of 7.
remember, you were there. We had to burn the tree because it was covered in blight.
I know, but my memory sometimes takes on a furtive quality when I am, inundated with goat.
Are you helping me by any chance?
Yes.
Investigate.
Yeah.
So Dave, can I roll that again?
You can roll one more, yeah, to
Okay.
make it an advantaged roll for the help.
I will take a look.
Oh, that's much better. 22.
You went from a 1 to a 22. Wow.
Well, 1 to a 16, but I got a pretty good
You
investigation.
just needed me
I
to
would
give you a
say
little
so.
boost there, right?
You You look at the tree and it has been burned. Branches have fallen from the burn, some of them still intact but laying on the ground. There is, I don't know, maybe a stump that now runs about chest high and is charred and broken off where the tree just kind of fell and crashed. Thanks for the resub, Scarpy TV. Good to see you, Kyle. And you do see that there are those vines. If you remember when I described this landscape, it is an overgrown grassy field that's a combination of agriculture, like a fallow ag field, combined with sort of tall, almost like barley grass that's, at least eye height, if not higher. And for Lachlan, it's well over your head in terms of the growth of these grasses. But there's charred grass around the base of this tree. The tree was like the main sort of like landmark that you could see on this sort of sloping hillside. And you see that there are these vines that were all over the ground that you'd been sort of avoiding almost instinctively as you've been walking through this grassland, but they seem to wrap themselves about the tree itself. And they have like the vines, if you recall, like with the blights that you fought, they have like little almost wart looking little growths on the branches. And you can see that's also prevalent on the vines that are still existing on the tree. Thanks for the advantages, Techie Woman's Ghost, one for each player. Much appreciated. That's about what you notice in terms of the tree itself. You look about and you can see that there are, although pretty well hidden, but you did get a really nice roll for your investigation check, that there are some burrows, like some animal burrows at the base of the tree.
Like where a badger might live?
Well, let's see, you probably got a pretty good, I'm trying to remember who got good views of the badger. I know Xanthi did for sure, because she blasted it with fire and it scared her. She scared it off. So you would look at that badger that you saw and you'd look at these holes and you'd say that thing's way too big to go into these holes. That was like a giant badger. It was really big.
Are there like tracks or anything like that coming in and out of these little
Roll a survival check. And remember, it's raining, so some of the tracks that might be about have been washed away or eroded from the precipitation.
You gonna help me with this, Des?
Sure.
Check this out with me. See if you see any tracks. Look at that one over there. 15 plus 3, 18.
Yeah, you see all kinds of tracks, but they're largely malformed from the precipitation, so it's hard to tell exactly what they are. Do you have proficiency in survival?
I certainly do not.
Okay, so whereas you find the tracks, you see tracks about, they don't give a lot of good hints on what left them because they're a little old given the weather. But B, none of them appear to be as big as what you might expect from a giant badger. They appear to be smaller tracks, if anything.
Well, at least it's nice weather.
Thunder accentuates your point. Lightning kind of crackling through the sky in the distance.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good one.
All right, I guess we better get back to the trench. For the
It's gonna rain hard that we're not gonna want to be in the hole.
Oh, feel better, Techie Woman's Ghost. Get some
Thank
rest
you.
and something to drink, some warm drink, some tea.
Some drugs.
All right, so you guys, you head back to the blind, the trench, as you say, and you join your friends.
How's the goatin going?
It hasn't shown up yet.
I don't think the badger did it. I think it was
Well,
all those creatures that killed the goats.
I'm not saying
Yeah, but-
that it did, but that the badger is apparently worth 20 gold.
But would those
Barber.
would those creatures fit in those holes that we just saw?
Those little buggers probably could.
I
But
mean,
Dave, from what I remember of those little ones,
Mm-hmm.
would they have fit in those little burrows?
Yeah, they could have easily fit in those burrows.
Yeah. The little ones.
the little stick things.
Yeah, they were nasty.
Are you sure you got all of them, or did some of them escape? Sorry, are we sure we got all of them, or did some of them escape?
Well,
I don't know. I burned the tree to see if we could, make sure we got everything.
yeah, we killed 3 or 4 of them, I think. I can't remember.
Hey, Norb, do you think you can use that invisible shovel that you have to dig us a little bit under the tree there?
Oh yeah, no problem. I'll just hold the tree, and the earth will start to move away from it.
Yeah, you give me a nature check.
I'm going to take out my bow just in case those little creatures
7.
come flying out of there.
Okay. And give me a percentile roll.
$59.
Okay. Yeah. As you shape the earth and like pull some of the dirt away from the base of the tree, you hear a snap, and the tree starts to fall, like it teeters as the earth has been pulled away that has been holding it up, and it just. So what was left of the tree now has tipped over. The worn, dead roots kind of sticking up in the air. Having probably uncovered whatever might have been underneath the tree, but you can't see it from your position. But the tree has basically pulled out of the ground and fallen over on its side, whatever's left of it.
Well,
Oh, sweet. Yep, yeah, I'm gonna walk over, start, inspecting it, looking at, maybe taking some notes. Wow. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go check where the tree used to be.
Okay. Two of you stroll over there with the rain coming down. Give me some investigation checks as you get in there, and let me know ahead of time if you're going to help each other. Or
I'm gonna
if
go
you're
ahead and
each
use an
roll.
advantage.
Okay.
I got 15.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Okay. Each of you roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Damn it. Why dexterity?
I'm going to burn another advantage.
You're about to find out.
I fail.
I got a 9.
Oh, all right. So, and what did you get, Lachlan?
Like a 4, I think.
Okay, so 4 and a 9. All right, so Xanthi and Des, you're sitting in the blind, in this hole in the ground. It's kind of starting to fill in with water a little bit as the rain is coming down. It's kind of miserable. I've had duck hunting trips like this before. So, and then you watch as your friends walk over to where the tree was. Excuse me. And as the two of you, Lachlan and Norb, are investigating the base of the tree, you can see that there are all these animal holes underneath the tree, as if there's a whole colony of critters living underneath it. And as you kind of are searching around, maybe you're getting down on your hands and knees to look for tracks and to look and investigate, you kind of bump heads together, and all of a sudden you
Ow!
feel the earth beneath you start to give way. The soil at your feet and at your knees, you begin to slip, and you're not really slipping, you're sinking. And like that, in a flash, you might get out a chance to yell, perhaps, if you wanted to shout something like a one-word something, but you grasp for nearby roots, but there are none to grasp. Anything that you grab onto snaps as you fall through the soil, and you're sliding. Rocks are hitting you, soil getting in your face and on your mouth, the wetness of the sky falling down. You hit the ground with a thud, and you are on solid ground. You are covered in mud as bits of soil fall from the ceiling of some sort of sinkhole that you find yourself in. It is completely dark. luckily, Lachlan has dark vision, so you
That's
can
right.
see a little bit. But Norb, it is completely dark. You have no vision. And for Xanthi and Desmond, I don't know if you noticed, but they're not there.
What happened to him? Quick.
Ugh.
I'm going to run over to where they fell.
Oh, I don't know. She's gonna see if she can
Is there like a
find.
big... Sorry, go ahead.
Did they just disappear?
Is there a big hole in the ground now?
There's not a big hole. You can see,
Oh.
well, roll an investigation check as you go up to it, up to the spot where you thought your friends were.
Both of us, or just?
If you're investigating, roll an investigation check.
19.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
13.
Okay, so yeah, you can see the tracks of your friends. Both of you can see that their tracks lead up to this area. There are all these sort of perforations in the soil, and it almost looks as if there is kind of like not a hole in the ground, but a spot where it has kind of caved in on itself, and there's a small little divot in the ground.
You okay, Norb?
They're right here.
I am buried alive. I am buried alive. Somehow there's not dirt in my mouth. I cannot see anything.
Oh, there's a
look,
little dirt in your mouth. You just found some.
Oh,
Norb!
Hold on, Norb. Don't move. Stay exactly where you are. I'm gonna pull out a candle from my pouch as well as my tinderbox, and I will strike that sucker up and light a candle.
Okay, so you guys have some illumination. You find yourself in this chamber, and I will describe that in just a second for you. Xanthi and Desmond, as you are looking at this divot in the ground, I need you both to roll dexterity saving throws. As the earth beneath you, your feet starts to give way, and you can feel yourself sinking and slipping.
I don't know if I want to not fail this though,
I mean, you can choose to fail it if you want to.
but I'll still have to get down there, won't I?
Well, you see Des fall down.
Des is starting to disappear. He reaches up to grab
Just
your
rolled a
hand,
9.
Xanthi. He reaches
And
up
I
to grab
take
your hand,
it and I just
and
go
he just
right down.
pulls you right down into it. That's the spirit.
I
oh
rolled
my
an
gosh.
8.
I rolled
That's
a 3
awesome.
plus 6, but I rolled a 3.
Oh, yeah, that is a fail. Both of those are failures, unfortunately. Or fortunately, you can hear the earth above you starting to move, Lachlan and Norb, and dirt starts to fall down. What do you do as dirt's falling down on top of you? Rocks. and-
I step aside like I'm pretty sure that it's put the more dirt and more mud that's going to be coming down on us. Just the sinkhole kind of growing bigger. So I just kind of grab Norb and head towards what I can see is a wall or something, so that we get some safety.
Okay. You step out of the way just in time as your friends collapse down and land in a thud next to you, almost on top of you, as it were.
What the?
Oh!
Luckily, you don't take any damage, as it was more of like a slide and you only dropped a couple of feet. So as you look around, I have a map to show you guys. Let's bring you into this map.
Thanks for dropping in, guys.
What is this place?
I think I have dirt under my clothes.
There's dirt everywhere.
It's totally dark, right?
Well, no. So Lachlan lit a candle,
Oh,
which is
okay.
represented by this torch for the time being. Do you want to use a torch or do you want it to be a candle?
I
Well-
only have candles. I don't have a torch. So if someone wants to swap out,
I have a lantern, a hooded lantern.
Okay.
all right,
So we could
can use
light
the
Yeah, we
candle to
could-
light the lantern, and I'll switch
Yeah.
off that.
All right. So
I
we'll
have a
use this torch
torch.
as our lantern. Do you want to light a torch as well and a lantern?
Sure.
Have
Oh,
multiple
well,
sources?
I can use. I have my hands free, or at least one hand free, so I can hold a torch.
Okay. So we'll put 2 torches on there. One is with Xanthi, and it looks like Desmond probably has the other one. There we go. So there's 2 torches. Let me make sure this one is given off. the light it needs to. That's some interesting Roll20 stuff sometimes. There we go.
How far about is the hole up above us?
So if you look above you, the ceiling is kind of closed a bit. It is about 10 feet above. But as you look to the west, so on the left on the map, as you look down, the ceiling comes down a little bit lower. So it's probably about 6 feet in height as you head to the west. And you can see around you that the walls are covered in condensation. There is a sort of a thick fungus mat, like a moss almost, and fungus that sort of lines the walls. There are tree roots that you can see that kind of pierce through the earthen walls of this strange underground sinkhole/tunnel system. And at your feet, there are bones, all kinds of bones. They look to be very old. In fact, as you kind of move your feet and step around, they kind of crush and break below under the weight of your bodies. It looks like they've been down here for a long time, perhaps. Just something had used that tree, perhaps, as a place to drag its food, that sort of thing.
Put that there.
So these are these human or humanoid bones, I should say.
You want to take a look at them? Roll a medicine check.
I can do that.
Yeah, Xanthi's also gonna pick up one of these things and look at them.
14.
Okay. Xanthi, you give me a medicine check, or a nature check, I guess.
Dirty 20 medicine.
Wow.
That's
nice.
my kind of medicine.
So both Xanthi and Lachlan, as you're examining these bones, they do not appear to be humanoid. They appear to be animal bones of various sizes. Everything from small rodent-like creatures to maybe larger deer or perhaps goats.
Size. Well, there's a lot of death down here. That's for sure.
This is probably undiscovered. We're probably the first people to walk in this cavern. Think of the potential things we could learn. This is amazing.
Something
We should
made
learn how to get out of here.
Yeah, besides the fact that something ate these things, probably.
and
Yeah,
something
it
made-
could be an undiscovered species.
I'd like to discover a way out. All right.
I bet if we went further in,
There's got to be another entrance.
Yeah. You think this? I mean, we fell through a roof, not through a trapdoor.
I just want to stress the fact that something made this hole, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay, just so
And
it's
it eats goats and deer. I mean, we are getting our 20 gold.
Yeah, we'll have to bring back some sort of proof this time.
Yeah, we could capture it, catalog it. We could send it to the Wild Coast, the College of Greyhawk. I'm telling you, we could get our names published.
I'll leave that part up to you. All right.
But if it's
Figure out
like
how to
the
get out of here.
other ones, they'll revert to sticks and mundane items, and then no one will believe us.
You see, we're making assumptions here. We don't know yet, do we? It could be a slime creature with 7 eyes and a goat body and wings.
Okay. Dave, could I look around at the walls and stuff? Do I see more of those vines? Those crazy mutated vines?
Yeah, you see some vines above you, like in the dirt that has been disturbed that you fell through, and rocks and vines kind of hanging down. The walls themselves, you don't see the vines, but you do see some spots where tree roots have, like I said, sort of punctured through the walls. What you do notice is that there appear to be a variety of different sort of fungal species growing along the walls, and I don't know if you have the training to know what they might be, but there's like kind of like slime molds dripping along the walls. There are some more large, almost like plant-like fungi that are growing up from cracks in the walls. That's what some of these things are, like around in here. On this wall over here, you've got some gray mushrooms that are kind of growing out of the side of the wall here. Do you have anybody trained in nature in the group?
Nope.
Nature, no.
Norb?
No.
Okay.
Not trained.
Yeah, you probably don't know what these things are, but there is a veritable forest, a cornucopia of different weird fungi down here. Some of them look kind of like casks. They're small, but they look like a cask almost. Some of them have these like red and orange stripes across the caps as they protrude out of the walls. Some of them have like these green-gray caps with a light gray stalk that are like maybe 3 feet tall.
There's a lot of fungi down here.
All right.
Well, what do we want to do?
Well, I think we can go back up. So
Yeah, there's only one way to
Brew?
go.
Okay,
Right,
I'll lead the way.
Unless Norb, you can use your magic to dig us back out.
that's probably possible, but I think we want to stick down here.
Yeah, let's go this way.
But let me go
Okay.
first. Let me go first. I can see in the dark. So
Oh yeah,
You go
you go
first,
first.
and
Can
then
I
we,
can I hold the torch?
Oh,
Who's got
thanks,
the torch?
Scarpy. Scarpy just gave me 2 advantages.
well, damn you, Scarpy.
Thanks, Kyle.
Who's the torch?
Desmond and
Um,
Xanthi have the torches.
Can you hand me a torch? Can I have a torch, please?
Yeah,
please.
you can take the lantern.
I'll take Dez's lantern.
So we'll
and I'll
have
hold
we'll
it.
have one light in front and one light in the back.
Well,
Okay.
I will go out front, and I will.
Oh,
kind
you
of,
have dark vision anyway.
Yeah, a little bit further ahead, so that I'm not, too much into the light. And
What's your
So
dark
scatter-
vision? Is your dark vision 60 feet?
my dark vision is 60 feet.
Okay, let me just put that on here. There you go. As you move forward to that position, Lachlan, you can see that there is a thick green mucus-like web strung across your path, like full coverage of the portal that you're trying to traverse through. It is dripping with sort of this green goo. It does not look like a spider web per se of anything that you've ever seen before, so I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks pretty freaking disgusting. I will. I'll yell back. Give me a second, guys. I'm checking something. I will pull. I have a little knife in my my pouch. I'll pull that out, and I will see if I can cut through this thing.
Okay, yeah, you begin to cut through it, not a problem. As you do, you look down as you're cutting through, and you can see that there are tracks in the mud. Everything is wet. The mud, as you walk through, your feet are kind of like, you're not sinking in very far, maybe like a quarter inch, but it's just this thick, almost like wet dust and maybe like guano and feces from other creatures that might live down here, and just dirt and grime. It smells pretty rotten down here.
It's pretty disgusting. I got tracks though.
Oh man,
look
what
like-
is that?
Do they look like humanoid tracks, or do they look like animal tracks?
They don't look like humanoid tracks. They look to be some sort of creature. Give me a nature check.
Ooh, that's an 18 plus 3, I think. No, plus 2, 20. Dirty 20.
Wow.
Dirty
You know what?
20.
You know what they look like as you start to look at them closer? They look like badger tracks. But there's other tracks too that you can't make out. Something almost like single claw mark tracks, as opposed to a badger track, which is like a mammalian pad, a foot with a pad and digits. They look different and prevalent.
All right. I will walk back towards where the rest of the group is. So up ahead, there's this sorry, let me get back into my Lachlan. So up ahead, there's this sort of strange greenish film that is obstructing the pathway, and I've noticed tracks, several types of tracks. They look perhaps like some sort of animal, almost badgerish, but not quite. They seem to have like one main claw sort of action going on. So
Interesting.
one, we're not alone in here, and two, there looks to be quite a number of them. So I would certainly say that as we proceed further down this tunnel, we should all be as alert as possible.
Very good. Dave,
Yes.
could I potentially do like a, I don't know, like an animal handling or like a history check on those tracks to see if I recognize them? Maybe from prior studies?
Sure. Yeah. But you're not trained in nature, right?
No, I was
All right.
I was going for history or animal handling. Both of which I'm trained in.
You could try history. The DC will be a little bit higher, but go for history.
Okay.
Animal handling doesn't really make as much sense.
A 13?
The thing that you know, because you're a very well-read guy, you study lots of different things, some of them more intensely than others, but you can tell that they're not badger tracks. They're not like mouse tracks. They're not the common stuff that you would know. They're different, and the size of them is also is part of the problem. Like they're large, and they're almost like someone took daggers and kind of like stabbed them in the dirt, but just repeatedly as they walked around. But there's no like boot prints or anything. It's just all creature
Okay.
prints.
All
If
right.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
this is some seriously weird tracks.
Now, Lachlan, as you cut through this strange mucus web, and you step forward past it, you can see that it's a fork in the path. You can continue going down the sort of weird tunnel. I don't know if it's like a water path that had flowed underneath here, some subterranean Andaluvian system, but there's also a path that heads to the south.
And the tracks, are they going in any one particular
Oh.
direction?
Well, the strange tracks are all over the place. The badger-like tracks head to the south. And Doc Shoulder, thank you for the cheering. Doc just cheered 3 advantages. Let us know where you'd like those to go, sir. And you can hand those out to players or the DM. So you kind of come to a fork in the road. There's badger tracks, and then there are these other weird tracks.
And remind me what you said. The badger tracks seem to be heading,
They go south. Yep.
and the other tracks seem to be going west.
All over the place. They're all over. Both. They go in both directions.
All right. So, pulling back, badgers appear to have gone south of here, while the other creatures appear to be all over these tunnels. Do you wish to pursue the badgers at this point, or?
Well, the badgers are worth money.
South, where the Warbur's house, would it be basically south of here, west, north, east?
Warbur's place would be to the south of where the tree was.
Okay. And one more question. This absolutely does not in any way, shape, or form appear to be man-made in any way.
It doesn't. It looks, I mean, I don't know if Lachlan would know that it's not like worked stone. This is kind of like a limestone. It looks like water erosion is the cause of the of this strange pathway. So it doesn't look like anybody dug it. It doesn't even look like anything was burrowed by animals. It just looks like an old water flowage.
Okay. All right. So we'll turn.
Thanks, Doc. Everybody gets an advantage from Doc's shoulder. Thank you,
Hey,
Bob.
thanks, Doc.
Really appreciate it.
Aw,
They're gonna need
you're the
it.
best.
I'm up to 3
Hooray.
now. And start spending them. All right. So I will turn south then.
Okay. Do the rest of you follow your friend to the
Yes.
south? Okay.
I will take 2 steps further west before I turn back and follow him south.
Okay, so Norb, you make your way up here-ish.
Yep, just to take a peek, if we're gonna leave it behind, I don't want anything sneaking up on us.
I'm gonna make sure this torch is giving off light here. Roll a perception check for me, Lachlan and Norb, since you guys are kind of out front.
You see a
Please
way
an
out?
advantage.
Bright light emits bright light. Yeah. Is the light effect working for you, Norb, on the torch that you're carrying?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, I don't see
I
it
think
either.
mine is. Let me move mine over. There you go.
No, it is. It is when you move it ahead of him.
I see it
Yeah.
working now.
Oh, maybe my body is blocking it.
No, there's probably some weird thing with the dynamic lighting, but that's okay. You can kind of see that it continues. There's another thick mucus-laden web that blocks the path just ahead, and you can't quite see what lies beyond the web because it's sort of opaque. Lachlan, what did you get for your?
Can I take my passive?
Sure.
15.
15. You're just kind of passively like looking around.
Like I noticed without trying to notice.
Right. You're too cool to try.
Right.
Being so cool, the cool dwarf that you are, you're looking about, and as you take another step forward, you see that there is a pile of something in the middle of the path. It appears to have some sort of like mold that's growing over the top of it. And as you get closer to it and take a look at it, it is a dead badger, a large giant badger that appears to have been killed.
Appears to have been killed. How?
Hard to say unless you dig it up and cut it out of this like mat of whatever the mold is growing over the
Is
top of it.
this like killed in the past hour or so, or is this like it's mold, right? So it's been here for a while.
Hard to say. Give me a survival check.
Look,
As
if
you
you attack me with an
assess.
undead badger, we're gonna have words.
I'll hold the
I would always do
the
that.
torch over him to give him help action.
You want me
Sure.
to roll nature, you said? Or survival?
Survival to kind of assess the track situation, the scene of the crime, so to speak.
All right, and I'm being assisted. I have a 17 plus 3, so 20. Dirty 20.
This is the undead honey badger. No, just kidding. You look at it, it looks as though it hasn't been there very long. You would have expected it to have been there for quite some time with the mold growing over it, but maybe there's just a species of mold that is very aggressively growing in this place to cover up and devour and decompose organic material. But it looks as it doesn't look like it just died, but it's not desiccated, it's not bones, there's still flesh. As you look a little bit closer, there's like a little bit of movement, and you can see that there's possibly like maggots inside of it.
Does it have any burn marks on it? Because I got the other one pretty good.
Hard to tell. Does it have any burn marks on it?
It doesn't.
It doesn't seem to, but this thing appears to have been killed not very long ago, yet it shows advanced signs of decomposition and rotting. There's even maggots here. There's some sort of...
Ugh. That's so gross.
Yes.
Should we take some of it to prove that it's dead?
I'm not holding it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, hold on.
Is he going to believe it if it's already maggoty? He'll say that it died on its own.
Oh, this could have been the one we fought earlier.
But
I will... All right.
I burned that one pretty good.
So hold that thought.
I have... Nope.
Yep, hold that thought for a second. We'll come back to you. Norb, you are up by that other web right here, and you can see now as you get a little bit closer that it does go farther down. The corridor does anyways.
So I'm conflicting here. Because part of me is like, I want to stick with the group. The other part of me is like, for science.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and collect a sample of this web stuff. I'm gonna start cutting it with a hand axe. Trying to get a good like goo coating on my axe.
Okay. You're gonna try to cut it and get a sample of it. Gotcha.
Yep, a fair sample, and remove some of it too, so I can see better.
Smart.
You mentioned it being opaque.
I did. As you cut through it, you can see clearly that there is some sort of a glow, a faint glow coming from that direction as you cut away your sample. What is your passive perception?
Passive is 12.
All right. As you are cutting away at this and it's kind of like moving, the web is kind of moving and it's dripping this goo kind of down onto the ground. There's a small hole in the side of the limestone that you did not notice before. And this creature, this strange creature with hundreds of small legs that almost look like daggers piercing into the ground, kind of snakes its way out, this giant centipede. And it is going to get an attack, a surprise round on you. Please roll initiative for me.
Oh boy.
It will bite you.
Can I use advantage on my initiative?
Yes. Oh, you're lucky. That was almost a natural 20. What'd you get?
I got a 21.
Okay, so you definitely have the initiative, but it gets a surprise attack on you. So I rolled a 16.
Oh yeah, that hits.
You will take... You will take 3 piercing damage. I need a con save. Jesus.
We'll burn an advantage for that.
This is brutal.
I
You guys,
will burn all my advantages for this.
Is Norb re-rolling a new character?
It's entirely possible.
Unless
See?
he gets upset.
What did we learn?
I got an 18 on the con.
18 on the con save. Okay, so you do save. So it's only the piercing damage. Otherwise, you would have taken some poison damage as well. Luckily, let me just make sure I read this correctly. Yeah. Okay. Do you call out or anything as you get pierced by this thing?
Oh,
so
yeah.
you guys hear this as you're investigating this badger.
Do you hear something?
What was that?
I think Norb is singing, or maybe he's trying to attract a goat again. No, as soon as I hear the screaming, I will jump up, grab my hammer and shield, and start heading in that direction.
Okay. I'm kind of wondering why it's not giving me a full view of this. All right, so you head in that direction. You're able to make it there. You see this centipede has crawled out of a hole in the wall, Lachlan, as you make your way up to here, and it is right in front of you. Dez, it is your turn. Lachlan, why don't you roll an initiative? And anybody else that's responding can roll initiative as well.
Okay.
Norb, you had a 21, didn't you?
I haven't rolled
Yep.
yet.
Okay. So Norb, you get to an attack before the others get there.
Okay,
one round before they get there.
Norb hates bugs.
Do they make him angry?
No, they just gross him out.
Oh, come on.
And they, they're just kind of mindless. So he's gonna smush it as best he can with his great axe.
Okay. Give it a swing.
I'm gonna burn another advantage. I have all these advantages I've been banking.
Go for it.
Do it.
And they're not really helping. I got an 11 to hit.
Oh, 11 does not hit. As it recoils and attacks you again, as you see Lachlan running to your aid, who will, what did you get for your advantage, Lachlan? Oh shit, that hits Norb, I'm sorry. That's a 19 plus some stuff. Lachlan, you see this thing latching onto your friend. Oh fuck. That's gonna be 3 piercing damage, and give me another con save. Do you have any advantages left?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Use it, please.
Well, I'm using it. I got a 19.
Yeah, you're fine. Lachlan, what'd you get for your roll?
My initiative, I got 21.
Okay. So it is, does anybody else rush in? Desmond or Xanthia, are you hanging back or are you moving in to help?
I'm
we see-
moving.
Yeah, can we see it from where we are?
Not from where you are, no.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get up behind Lachlan.
Okay. If you want to get in on the initiative, go ahead and
he's-
roll initiative.
He's kind of blocking the way,
I-
right?
I
Yeah.
rolled a 15.
Okay, 15 for Xanthi.
No, I'll stay where I was. I rolled a 6, so I didn't
Okay.
get great
6
initiative.
for Des. Okay, no problem. So Lachlan, you see this thing attack your friend Norb. It's like latched onto him. It is probably about, 3 feet long, the centipede, as it has slithered out on these little dagger-like feet, and now you connect the tracks that you saw with this creature's ambulatory mechanism, and you get in there. What do you do?
All right, I will attempt to. So how is it latched onto him? Is it like on him, or is it like kind of grappling him?
It like came in, and it's not grappling him per se, but it bit into him, and it's kind of like it's holding on to its bite.
Yeah, it's rubbing up against me.
Yeah, not in a good goat way.
So you see what you get for smelling like goat?
Yeah. This is what goat
well, I
happens to
will,
goat rubbers.
Yeah, I will come up behind this thing then, and I will give it a whack of the old warhammer in the back of the head.
Please do.
And I will use one of those advantages that we've been gifted so generously to make sure that I
Succeed.
do whack-a-mole correctly. All right, so that's a 16 plus 6, so 22.
That will hit 100%.
All right. Ooh, 6 plus 4, so 10 damage.
Okay, so this thing is attached to your friend, and you swing and tell me, how do you end up killing this thing?
Oh, nice. I just arrive up behind it, come in really from the top, and just cave in its skull with the hammer, trying to basically hit it to pull it away from Norb at the same time. So I would have kind of swung, in a bit of an angle to cave in its skull and pull in. As soon as I smash it and I see it kind of go red, I reach out with my hand from under my shield and I grab it and I pull it off him.
Nice. Pull it off and just kind of
Right.
throw it to the side, and it just kind of flaps on the ground for a couple of seconds, then goes motionless.
Norb, you okay?
Dude, that thing is awesome.
There's something so wrong with you.
Dude, look at it. It's got knives for feet.
Yeah,
And
and they
it's got
were
a
inside of you. a
1,000
second
of
ago.
them.
Just hold on. Let me check you out, and I'll give him a quick once over to see if he's been poisoned, if he's still bleeding, or what his general state of affairs is.
Yeah, you
know-
can plainly see where this thing latched onto him and gave him the pincher attack. And it doesn't look like it looks like a pretty clean bite. Doesn't appear to be poisoned or any sort of, rapid infection, but it looks pretty nasty.
Yeah, I'm
How are
fine.
you?
Don't worry. It's, it stings a little, but I'll have worse.
On the scale of 1 to none, how many other attacks like this could you withstand?
Scale of 1 to none.
Yeah.
That leaves a lot of numbers of. 1 to none. Can I go over 1?
No.
1 then.
All right. I'll yell back. Xanthi, Des, be careful. There's probably more than one of these things around.
Oh heck yeah! I'm gonna start harvesting it.
Yeah, at least take its head. Maybe Wilbur wants that. Or
I'm gonna
whatever his
try.
name was.
How big is this thing? Could I drape it
It's
over my
about
shoulder?
3 feet long.
Wilbur.
I'm gonna drape it over my shoulder.
Be careful.
Okay.
Its blood could be poisonous. Its mandibles could still be dripping poison. We don't know what this thing is.
I'm not gonna get hurt by a dead creature, but I am
Let's-
definitely gonna turn it in for some money.
Let's get moving. Let's get out of here. There's those things crawling around.
Just stick together. Come back here. I want to do something with the badger for a sec. Let's get back.
Oh, okay. Oh, should we harvest it too?
Yeah, we are, but hold on.
It's super maggoty.
I know. Xanthi, bring your torch over. Give it a little once over with the torch.
Which one?
The dead badger.
Ugh.
So you go back to examine the badger. What's your plan with the badger? Are you gonna try to harvest part of it, or
No, my
take it with you?
plan is to like cut the head off and bring just the head, but I want it singed a little bit so that wherever there's like, mold or anything like that, it's kind of burnt off, so like we can pass it off as Xanthi smoked it.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to take some. It'll take a little bit of time, and you're able to do a kind of a hack job on it, and kind of hold the head, and just kind of with a knife or whatever you have, an axe, and just kind of cut it away. And there are some, there's some viscera and blood that drops, from the head, and there's some maggots that kind of fall out of its snout, and you kind of shake it a little bit, and more of them fall out, and they scurry. Well, maggots don't really scurry, but they kind of crawl away.
Man, I think we're really going to need like a head bag next time. Maybe we should invest.
A bag of head holding.
But I'll take one of my pouches and I'll like empty it out and put the stuff in my backpack, and we can put it in the. It depends how
Perfect.
big this thing is, but all right. Now
A
let's
very first head bag.
I know. The headband gang. All right, let's try and get the hell out of here.
So
Well,
you're
which
gonna
way
press
do you
on.
think is best?
I think we're gonna
Yeah.
go south, right?
I'd say go south because his house is south of here, and maybe we'll find a way that this connects to his well or something, and we can climb up it.
There aren't any webs
Can I
this way.
can I make an argument for West?
Norb, you're like barely standing. If we meet some more of these things and you go down, I'm all out of juice. I can't heal.
No,
you.
don't worry. I'm just Let me just there's a reason why I want to go west. There's a reason I want to go west. West.
Which is
Okay, so here's the deal. We got to go west.
why?
Because you even said that his house is to the south.
Norb,
So if there was an entrance to the south and it was near his house, wouldn't he have found it? It'd be to the west because he's not. I mean, he doesn't live to the west. The entrance is probably to the west because he's not going to the west. He didn't find it, so it's probably not near his house. So we got to go to the
wasn't
west.
looking.
all right, let's take a vote. I say we go south.
And before we figure out what that vote is, my friends, we are going to take a break, our only break of the night. Want to give a big shout out to all of our friends for joining us, the advantages that you have graciously donated to our
very much.
players. We really, really do appreciate you getting involved with the game. So thank you for that. I want to make sure that everybody is aware. Let's jump back over to the map screen. We have a giveaway tonight, this Halloween fun bundle. You guys, this thing is crazy. There's 10 different titles that CZRPG has put into this bundle. We're going to give it away. What is it, like something like 300 pages of content, all kinds of great stuff from Barovia and the Count Zarovich stuff, Encounters in Ravenloft, Dark Powers. Oh, what was the one that I wanted to get so that I can use it in this campaign? Hexes and Horrible Diseases. That sounds right up our alley, right, guys?
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Very
Guys?
salt marsh.
Guys?
Oh,
Exclamation mark drawing to get in on that one. Thanks, Kirk, for throwing that in the chat. Please, please, please get in on that action. It's a doozy of a bundle. We're going to be right back. We're going to take a quick bio break. Hang out. We'll see you in just a couple of short minutes.
Thank you.
Peace. And we are back, my friends. Thank you for joining us, getting on the giveaway. We have found ourselves underneath old man Kalich's fields where he has, for decades, free-ranged his goat herd up until recent times where they have been assailed by creatures that have torn them to shreds, narrowly succumbing to Norb's request to cuddle. The old man sent the party back out into the field to come clean with their story about scarecrows and twig monsters and come up with something a little bit more believable. And so, my friends, you have investigated the old burnt tree. You found what appeared to be burrows beneath it. And in investigating those burrows, you found yourselves falling into a sinkhole below the tree in some strange limestone set of caverns and tunnels that you have been exploring. You found indeed a dead badger, which you have collected the head of. So you've got, some evidence. I would have collected the stomach too, because then you could maybe see if there's any goat meat in the stomach, but that's a dirty business, investigating dead badger stomachs. You also were attacked by a centipede, Norb, but you survived. Barely. And now you have decided to continue on, but you have yet to determine which way to go. As the conversation into your decision happens, let's go back to our party in the caverns.
All right, Norb, what'd you see over there? What's the big deal?
Oh, well, we got this, and then I'll lift the dead carcass of the centipede off.
I could do without more.
Hello, Dad. I want you to come check out my home.
No, I don't need to be seeing any more of those. Did you see anything else? Like an exit?
No, I saw some glowy slime.
Something's glowing?
Yeah, a little bit. Way down there. We should check it out.
It's magic? If it's glowing?
It's probably bioluminescence.
What does that even mean?
It's it's a form of natural light given off by creatures using a photosynthetic biomolecule.
You're just making stuff up now, Norb. Let's go.
I have not heard of that before.
Norb is just making stuff up.
Like jellyfish?
Everyone knows
fireflies?
that jellyfish glow because they have been struck by lightning and have absorbed the power of the lightning. And so when they are in the water at night, they glow. Everyone knows this, Norm. I don't know who you're trying to fool with your
That's
fancy
like common
education.
knowledge.
Exactly.
Okay.
Norb, on a scale of 1 to rage, how frustrated are you with these non-academics trying to explain?
School you. We're schooling you in the ways of nature.
Maybe that's your tactic, guys, is just to poke and use academia to.
Hey, Norm, you know that 2 + 2 = 5, right?
Oh, are we learning math?
No, we're finding a way out of here. Let's go.
All right.
This place is horrible.
All right, I'll step forward again and take point.
You continue on. You, Lachlan, as you take point, you get to about right there on the map, and I'm going to come back to the map here on the stream in just a second. You start to see what Norb was talking about. There are these glowing particles that are floating through the airspace in this sort of open cavern now that you've come into. The ceiling kind of raises up a bit, and there is maybe like 10 feet now of height between the floor and the ceiling, but the air is kind of thick with these glowing particles that are just floating about the space. And at the center of the room, you see this giant mass of glowing bioluminescent fungi. All different types of fungi, colors and shapes, and it just seems to be like almost pulsing. It's actually moving as if it's maybe breathing, and it's giving off this glow, and you can see around the edges of this space. I'm going to come into the map here. That's a scary Halloween thing. As we come into the map, you can see that indeed there are some sort of growths coming out of the walls that also give off some sort of glow, some light. What would you like to do? You're in the lead, Lachlan, as you step into this room. The rest of you can come in and sort of file in around Lachlan, getting a chance to see this space as well.
Incredible. It seems the lightning has somehow made its way underground here and struck all these things, giving them an inner light.
I'm not going to breathe in any of these little thingies, am I? And she just like pulls her scarf up over her face.
Yeah, Des is going to be holding his hand over his mouth.
Okay, so you pull your scarf up, cover your face, Xanthi. Des, you're just kind of putting your hand over your face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I would say you, at this point, the rest of you are kind of like moved into this space. You're probably right there. There are a couple more of these large web-like structures in front of you, Lachlan, directly in front of you, actually, that sort of strings itself across the space. But beyond that, you can see this glowing mass of mushrooms right here in the middle.
I bet the druid would want to see this.
And I think so. There doesn't seem to be a way to escape these tunnels from here. And not that I can see. I'll take a careful look around and see if there's anything that might resemble some sort of escape for us.
Give me place yourself on the map where you want to look around, Lachlan, and then give me a perception check.
No, I'm not going to go too close to those.
Oh.
That doesn't good sound, so I'm going to move back.
No, you're good right there. Just hang tight. Well, how about the rest of you? I shouldn't have said that so loud. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm going to move up.
What the hell?
Xanthi just went where I wanted to go, but I'll go right
Aw.
there.
That's okay.
Norb,
You guys really stick
you
together. Norb, you climb up on
Go
top
right
of the mass of mushrooms. Is that what you're
Oh,
doing?
hell yeah. Yeah, I'm looking
All right.
at these things. These are awesome.
Everybody roll a perception check. Desmond,
Yeah.
you look around and you can see Norb climbing up onto this mass of mushrooms. And as he does, he kind of steps on one as he's climbing to the next. And you can see the weight of Norb, who's a big dude, squishes this fungi. And as he releases his weight, it gives off a big puff of spores.
Norb, get off of there.
And he moves on to another one, and another big puff of spores goes up. Norb, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you are right in the spore. You're getting hit by
Spore
spores
cloud.
in here. The spore cloud.
Norb, you knob.
Seeing Xanthi, I'm gonna like just struggle to pull a scarf up over my head.
I'm going to burn another advantage, by the way.
Okay.
I rolled a 21 for perception. I don't know
Okay.
if that
Yep,
helps
that's
me.
good. Hold on to that thought.
Got a
Norb.
15 on my con save.
Okay, so Norb, you start coughing uncontrollably, and you take a total of 2 poison damage as you breathe this in, and you start to feel nauseous as you're on top of this mass. Desmond, you rolled a 21. Xanthi, what did you roll?
10.
A 10. And what about Lachlan?
17.
17. Okay, so Desmond, you see the spores, and you can see Norb like almost starting to retch a little bit, even though he's not being loud about it. You can see him reacting to the cloud that you saw. Lachlan, you look to this northern area and you see more of these spores, and they suddenly start to be almost making their way towards you, slowly through the air, coming in your direction. And they seem to be emanating from this strange, yellowish, glowing mass of mushrooms on the wall.
All right, I will. When I get a chance, you can tell me when I can. I'm going to do a sacred flame.
Okay, hold that thought.
Yep.
Norb, you are coughing and becoming sick. Do you want to move? Do you want to stay where you are? What are you doing up there? You had a purpose for going up there. What was it?
Yep. I'm going to try to pick a couple while I'm up there, hold my breath, pick a couple mushrooms, and then jump down and get away from it.
Okay, so as you look at these things, they are thick and robust and like the meatiest mushroom caps that you've ever seen. You can't just pick them. Like you would have to.
Could
I
I,
don't know.
tear a piece off?
You could try. You're pretty
I'm gonna
strong.
I'm gonna try and just rip a piece off.
Give me an athletics check.
20.
All right, 20. Yeah, you tear a piece off. Roll initiative. Everybody roll
Norb.
initiative. Lachlan, you do get off a sacred flame, so go ahead and what is that? Is that a dexterity
Yeah.
save? Okay, so it does not have a dexterity score. So you hit that thing, roll damage. Xanthi and Desmond, I'll give you guys an action too while this is all happening. You don't see the initiative being rolled, so but you see Lachlan using sacred flame on one of these candelabra looking fungi on the wall. What are you two doing?
Is the one next to Des also a candelabra like one?
Yes, right in front of you. And you can also tell that the glowing spores that are in the air are kind of floating towards Desmond.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna copy Lachlan and I will also do Sacred Flame.
Okay. It does not save, so go ahead and roll damage. What about you, Des?
I'm gonna see this stuff right next to me and start backing away from it. So I'm gonna move back up here next to Xanthi.
Okay. Yep. There's no attacks of opportunity or anything like that. You move back. Lachlan, what was the damage that you rolled?
I went full freight and got an 8.
Full freight for 8. Okay. So let's see if I can do something here. I will do. You put this thing out basically. So I'm trying to make a circle. Like this. Nope. All right, we're not going to do that because that's too much. But that one goes out. The light of that particular thing goes
Perfect,
out.
yeah.
However, as that happens, you see that something emerges from behind it, and it is a strange-looking mushroom creature that kind of detaches from the wall and starts walking towards you. So we're going to roll initiative. Desmond, kind of the same idea, or Xanthi, excuse me. What kind of damage did you roll?
3.
3. Okay, so the lights don't go out on that particular candelabra like fungus, but you do enough damage to cause this creature to kind of like wake up off the ground. And it starts to loom in your direction. And because of Norb up on top of this thing tearing at it, there are 2 creatures that are part of this mass that wake up, kind of, quote unquote, and you can see them kind of reaching up towards you, Norb. So we are in initiative. Just make sure. Oh, and there's one over here. Okay, so let's roll initiative.
Norb's a goner, guys.
25 to 20. Nobody got 25 to 20?
Hold on, I'm still rolling.
Okay.
No. Okay.
15 to 20,
I
guys?
got 18.
18 for Lachlan, okay. 10 to 15, guys?
14. 14 for Des.
12
14.
for Norb.
Norb. I really liked Norb.
Me too.
And Xanthi, how about for you?
7.
7 for Xanthi. Okay. All right, Lachlan, you see this creature, after you use your sacred flame, you see this creature, like I said, kind of detach from behind and kind of look at you with these, it's a strange, sentient mushroom creature. That's the best way I can describe it. It's got this purple glow and it is, it's ready to throw down. What are you going to do? You have the
Shiitake?
initiative. That's what you yell? Shiitake, they're coming for us.
I will look over my shoulder at Des and Xanthi and go, back up, and then feeling pretty sure that the one in the north is going to come at me since I blasted it. I'm going to move here.
Okay.
in between them. In fact, it's probably going for Xanthi, so I'll move there. And I will take a swing at that one that's coming up at us.
Okay, it's the one to the south. Got it. Go
Yeah.
ahead and take a swing.
I will take the swing. Natural 20!
Ooh,
Wow.
very nice. Very nice.
Needed that.
Yep.
Yep.
Give us some damage, my friend.
All right, so is that max plus a roll?
Yes, max
do it
plus
immediately.
roll. Yep.
I think it's my first natural.
Nice
20.
critical hit. A Norb, you have an advantage from Vamp Wickman. Thank you, Vamp.
Oh, thank
Great
goodness.
to see you, buddy. Hey, El Joker Do.
Hey, yo.
Good to see you.
Right. So there'll be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
Tell me how you kill this mushroom creature that had no idea what it was
Just as
going
I
up
move in
against.
to step in between this mushroom screw job and Xanthi, I'm going to move with the shield, and just as I come up, I will bring the hammer up and just catch it right underneath the cap, and then I will decapitate it
Nice.
with the hammer.
Oh,
Ah,
The
That's
cap
so
goes
fun.
flying across the room and gets hung up in that webbing. And you can just see it's got this weird, like, mushroom, almost like a face, kind of just looking at you with these dead eyes. And I will say, because it was a natural 20 and such epic damage, that some of that damage bleeds over to that candelabra looking fungi and destroys that as well as you swing
All right.
through it.
Awesome. I do have a second attack. However, I don't really feel like I have anything to put it on right now. So I will.
You have
hold
2
on.
attacks at first level?
No, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I was playing another
I was
game.
very surprised.
I
was
was
like,
playing my
damn.
other game earlier today, and I just leveled up to 5 and had the second attack, and I was all like, "Woohoo! I got a second attack!" And that's I don't have a second. I'm sorry. I
in your dreams, pal.
yeah, in my dreams. My
All
pal
right,
didn't have a second attack in the other game.
Anything else from Lachlan? Do you have a bonus action or anything that you want to use? Otherwise, we'll move on to the next.
No, please go ahead and.
All right, so that brings us to the fungi creatures, and Des, you're next. So this fungi creature up in the corner is going to move in towards you, Des. As Lachlan had moved out of the way, it's going to come in and make an attack. It's going to. Oh, this is fun.
Sorry, Des. I thought it would come after me since I lit it up, but hey, look on the bright side. They don't have bows.
that's true. They don't have arrows, but it hasn't bit me
That's
yet.
weird.
So
That's weird.
we'll
All right,
see.
so it actually comes up to you, and this is the weirdest thing, man. It just kind of comes up to you like this
yeah.
and punches you. That's who invented this creature. This is bizarre.
It's not
I'm
a
gonna
very
use-
fun guy.
I'm gonna use yeah. He's having a good time. He's like, hey, yo, hey, check it out. Boom. I'm gonna use an advantage.
Easy.
That's not the greatest roll. I rolled a 10.
That misses.
So he comes in and you can see him. He's getting all fancy, and you dip out of the way as he tries to swing at you. That's pretty
I
funny.
almost feel bad for him.
Almost, but not quite.
So these guys can only, so fine. So he's gonna move in here. Norb, the one just south of you here, is going to attack you. Let's get you on the screen there. It's also gonna punch you. I will use an advantage. God, these things are weird. Pugilistic fungi. I love it. That's pretty good. That's gonna be a 15 to hit you. As you look up, you're like punches you right in the face.
Oof.
They must be high on themselves.
And you are going to take. Oh, this is funny. 1d4 minus 1 damage. So you take 2 bludgeoning damage plus. This is the fun part.
Oh.
2 poison damage.
Aye. All right, I don't like that part.
And then this guy that is behind you, Norb, is concerned because he just watched one of his candelabra get destroyed. So he's actually going to move up, taking the space Let's get rid of this. This guy we don't need anymore. It's going to come up to you, Lachlan. This guy's a little bit different. He's kind of got more of a green tinge to him. And he's a little bit taller. But he's also a pugilist. However, he is going to walk up to you and he's going to kind of do one of these. Instead of punching you, he shoots spores in your direction off of the cap. He kind of like rubs the gills of his cap and all these spores come at you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Is it poison?
No.
Ah, damn it. I was totally counting on the fact that I have advantage against poison to help me with these guys. I will, however, take one of the advantages that I got kicking around because this doesn't sound like it's the kind of thing you want to hang around with. And the best I can manage is 14.
14, you do save. He does punch you but misses with a punch as well. So you save, you manage to like avoid the spore cloud that comes at you as well as the fist that comes at you.
Would you consider, okay, the spores didn't hit me? All right, cool.
Right. Yeah, you don't take any sort of effect from the spores because of your save.
All right, nice.
Yep. And I think that is it. So that brings us to Desmond. And then Norb, you're on deck.
All right. I will move to here. And I will pull out a short sword and attack this one in front of Lachlan.
Okay.
I'm going to use one of my advantages thanks to the chat.
I should mark off the one I just used.
Thank you, chat.
13 to hit.
13 hits.
Oh my god, thank god.
Yeah, these guys are not
Right.
not hard to hit. Let's put it that way.
Let's see. That is let's see, did that include my sneak attack on that damage? Yes, it did. So a total of 12 piercing.
12 piercing. Nice. Okay. Yeah, nice hit. Anything else from Dez?
I was just checking on one thing. Why can't I? All right.
Bonus action or anything? Otherwise, we'll move over to Norb.
Let me just check. Oh god. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate the interface here real quick. Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to throw out my hand and just jerk it backwards in the direction of Norb.
Okay.
And Norb will have to roll a strength saving throw.
Okay. Norb, roll a
Now-
strength save.
Ten.
All right. You are pulled backwards towards Desmond 5 feet.
Okay. Norb, you
Right.
just like pulled backwards by some force.
So that was unwillingly, though, so he won't suffer a opportunity attack.
Correct.
Nice.
All right. That brings us to Norb.
All right, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna disengage.
Ooh, right into the web, which is both difficult terrain, and I need you to roll a strength, let's say an athletics check, to break through it. As you backpedal and kind of turn, and you get caught right in it, face first.
8.
Yeah, you are stuck in the web. So any action you take is going to be at disadvantage. as you're in the web. You can use your action to break free if you want. Otherwise, whatever action you take will be at disadvantage.
Okay, well, I was going to disengage here and move further away, but I have to break free with my action, so I can't disengage. So now I'm a little scared. I have some mushrooms in my hand, well, mushroom part in my hand. I'm going to look back at this creature as I'm stuck in the web and be like, I'm really sorry. And I'm going to hold the mushroom pieces out and be like, if there's any way that, you know, we could come to some kind of understanding. I didn't know that you were sentient. How often do you run into a sentient mushroom? And that's going to be, I'm going to try and persuade it to not hurt me.
Okay, roll a persuasion check against a sentient mushroom.
I'm going to burn an advantage just because.
I don't think I would do that.
Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Just trying to be nice to you, Norb. This
Only
could be
got a
your last.
5.
It could be Norb's last session, so I'm trying to be nice. Yeah, it does not. You get the sense that trying to reason with these things is a losing battle, so to speak.
They're sentient. They're just not that sentient.
Right.
Okay,
That brings
okay.
us to Xanthi.
Yeah, she is going to try to blast the mushroom person that is to the west.
Okay.
And she's gonna sacred flame that guy.
Okay, so that's a dex save, correct?
Yes. 15.
All right.
She reaches out her hands and wills him to burst into flame.
Yeah, and it works. He does not make the save. Give me some
Okay.
damage, please.
2.
2 damage. Yeah, you singe him with fire. It doesn't catch on fire because he's kind of like wet and he's a fungus, but you can just see it sort of melts away some of the flesh. And it's weird because these things are eerily silent. You know, they don't have a way to make vocal noises. They're just there. But it does take the damage. So that's a good thing. Anything else from Xanthi?
No, she's gonna stay there.
Okay, so then we go back to the top of the order. You guys are in a very interesting defensive formation here. Lachlan.
Well, I'm just gonna, hammer the point home. I'd be like, start backing out of the cave, guys. Start backing out. What are you doing? Back out. And then I'm going to try and hit this suffering succotash.
Okay.
So that's a base 16 plus my hit's gonna hit it. So that's a total of 22 to hit.
22 will hit. You're talking about the guy to the south of you? Yeah, that will hit.
All right. And I give him 7 plus 4 damage.
11 total?
Damage. 11
Okay.
damage. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Yeah, you cut through it, or you hammer through it, I should say. And as you do, you put this huge hammer mark in its side. You know, as if you were like to bruise a mushroom, it like turns blue, like this bruised color, and it kind of spreads across the surface of its skin. Do you want to move or do anything else, Lachlan, or are you gonna stay put?
No, I'm gonna.
You can see your buddy Norb, by the way, just like stuck in that weird mucus web.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's really not much I can do. I'll say, try to get Norb out of here. We got to move out of this cave.
I thought you were gonna turn to Norm and say, "Don't move."
I'll turn to Norm and I'll go, stick around.
All right, that brings us to the mushroom dudes, the pugilist mushroom guys. Dez, you are on deck. Xanthi, the one that you hit with Sacred Flame moves in your direction, is going to try to pop you with a punch.
Oh
That's
no,
just-
no, no.
It's so goofy that these guys make punch attacks. I'm gonna use an advantage.
I mean, you can imagine that they're doing some sort of weird clubbing.
Yeah, they're
attack.
just kind of like, "Ugh," but they can't do the part.
I don't think they're out there going, stick 'em up, pal, stick 'em up.
Yeah, you never know. This is Greyhawk, baby. That's gonna be a 15 to hit.
That meets, so it beats.
Oh, all right. So you will take 1 bludgeoning damage plus 4 poison damage.
Oof.
As whatever it did with its kind of like reach to bludgeon you, kind of got some spores on your bare skin, maybe like on your neck, and they start to burn a little bit, and they kind of soak in, almost like absorb into your skin. Ugh, gross.
Ugh. Ow, 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 ow.
The one in front of you, Lachlan, is going to actually attack you with another one of the spore attacks. So give me a con save.
I fail.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay.
hold on. It's not with advantage. That's right. No, it's like a 3-7 total.
Yeah, you do fail. You are stunned.
All right.
That's not good.
No.
Does my reaction attack? Can I do my reaction on his attack?
Mm-mm.
Not if you're stunned.
You are stunned, my friend.
All right.
You can repeat your save at the end of each of your turns. Okay? And it's a con save, so just remember that. But
All right.
for all intents and purposes, if you continue to fail that save, you are stunned for a minute.
Okay.
And as you are stunned, I don't know if I've ever had anybody be stunned in one of my games before, actually. No, that's not true. We've had monks. Monks do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Stunned. A stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dex save. Attack rolls have advantage. So it's going to punch you with advantage. That's probably going to hit you. I rolled a 17 on the die.
No. Oh, yeah. Well, I got 18 armor class, but
Yeah, so 17 plus 2, so 19, so it beats. And you'll take... It's only 4 bludgeoning damage, but it is also 1 poison damage. So you've got Norb, who's stuck in this web. You've got Lachlan Des, who you see it's like he's almost got like this weird look in his face as the spores he inhaled the spores and his eyes kind of go glazed over, maybe rolling back in his head a little bit. That's troublesome.
Yeah.
These guys move forward. They don't move very fast, luckily. But this one over here is going to get a chance to attack Norb with advantage.
Oh, this is not good.
Nope. Norb, I rolled a 19
Wait, why does
to
it get
hit you.
advantage? Because I'm webbed.
Because Dave has
Yeah,
1,000 advantages.
I have advantages.
Oh.
Ah.
You do take so it's 19 total on the roll. You'll take 1 more bludgeoning and 1 more poison damage, and that's their turn. This other one is moving in from the south, but it's too slow to get there.
Is Norb still up?
Yes, I
Oh,
can't
God.
believe it.
Oh, God. All right.
There
Des
is
is
such
up.
thing as like retreating. Just FYI. All right.
I've been yelling for the past
With a
few rounds.
with a stunned and stuck guy.
Yup. It's not going to be easy. Desmond, it's your turn.
I feel like I should get rid of the heavy hitter first.
No, kill the one that's attacking Xanthi. Because I can keep taking hits, and at some point I'm gonna make my save, and at some point he's gonna hit me, and at some point I'm gonna fucking.
But you
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
know
if
any
you
of
go
that
down-
because Lachlan cannot speak.
Yeah, if you
I
go
can
down,
speak
in a
it's
halting
pretty
voice.
bad.
Only
Yeah.
falteringly.
You look at Xanthi, and she's got this like rash of some kind of chemical burn across like her
Okay.
face and like half her body.
It's
All
a
right,
tough
I'll turn
decision.
around and I'll attack the one next to Xanthi. I'm going to use one of my advantages from the chat.
Good idea.
Hold on. 1 second. Let me just mark those down. All right, here we go. So that's a 14 plus 6, net, dirty 20.
Oh yeah, that hits.
For 2d6 plus 4. 12 piercing.
And that's the one that's next to Xanthi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut it in half and it just falls to the ground, motionless.
With my bonus action, I'm gonna pull my other short sword and attack the one in front of Lachlan. I'm gonna
Okay.
use another advantage.
Okay. This is with your offhand?
Yeah.
Okay. So
No.
just straight rolls. With advantage.
Offhand, isn't it you get your proficiency bonus, but not the
But
plus
not
the
the
damage?
damage bonus, yeah. So
Yeah.
you get your proficiency
You don't
bonus.
have 2-weapon fighting though.
Oh, well, if you don't have two weapon fighting, I can't
Yeah.
help you.
So it's just straight rolls, but you're going to use an advantage. So roll two d20s and take the higher of the two.
I mean, if you're on D&D Beyond, it'll tell you what the plus. If you scroll down to bonus action, it'll tell you.
Roll the
Okay, I have
dice.
2-weapon fighting. This is when you take the attack action, attack with light melee weapon you're holding in one hand. You can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon you're holding in the other hand. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage or bonus attack, unless the modifier is negative.
Yeah. So you don't add your ability mod to the damage, but you can add it to the attack, right?
Theoretically.
Okay, go ahead. Just roll the dice. Go for it.
He's the boss.
Add your ability modifier. We're not going to rules lawyer the attack, but please do roll.
Okay, so that's a 15 plus 6.
Yeah, that'll
I
hit.
think. Yeah. So that's 21 to hit, and it's a 1d6. 3 piercing to the one in front
3
of
total
Lachlan.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay. It does not knock him down, but he's not looking good.
All right. That
Do you want to
is
move?
I can't currently move without invoking an attack, so I'm going to stay right here.
Okay. That brings us to Norb. Norb, what are you going to do, buddy? You can use your action to break free, and then you'd have your movement to get out of there. You might provoke attacks of opportunity, perhaps. Or you can try to attack.
You could rage.
It'll be with disadvantage, but you could use an
Please.
advantage to make it a straight roll if you have any.
Yeah. I think I'm going to pull the battle axe, and I'm just going to swing at the big one in front of Lachlan, the one that stunned him. And I'm going to burn my last advantage. Or no, wait, I have one more after. Yep, because I got one from Vamp. I'm going to use one more advantage
Okay,
and try to kill this thing.
you got it.
$13 to hit.
Just hits. Roll some good damage, buddy.
For 12 damage.
Nice.
Tell me how you kill this thing as you are swinging from a
Yeah.
weird position inside this strange webbing.
So it's going to be force of will. Norb's going to reach back, pull the axe up, kind of get stuck for a second. As he's kind of getting stuck, he's going to just kind of try to pull it out really fast, and it's just going to fly forward, just give it a little extra momentum, just right down the middle.
Yeah, you just split it in half and it just peels apart and drops to the ground in front of
Like
Lachlan, who's just sort of
Two
like,
perfectly Julian pieces.
yep. I love it. Throw that on the grill later.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was your action. Do you have a bonus action that you want to use?
Not unless you'll let me use it to try and break free.
Nope, you'll have to use an action on the next turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
stuck.
All right, Xanthi.
All right. Xanthi is going to move 5, 10, 15. She's going to attack this thing, and she's going to just use her regular fire spell, Firebolt.
Firebolt, okay. Go ahead and roll to hit, please.
And she's going to do it with advantage.
Smart.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, yeah.
17 definitely hits. Give me some damage, please.
For 6 fire damage. The fire just flies from her hands. Come on, guys, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, you torch this thing and it starts to just sort of melt off. Pieces of fungal flesh drop into the floor. It is not down, but it does not look good.
All right, then I'm going to continue using the rest of my move action to kind of like back down the hallway. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets me there.
Okay. That brings us to back to the top of the order. Lachlan, give us a save, please, a con save.
All right, so this time it is 18.
Yeah, you shake off the status of being stunned. You you sneeze out the spores back into the space, and you look about and you see that the creature that was in front of you is no longer there.
I'm very happy to see this, and I will proceed to step over it, being careful not to get caught in the webbing. And come to this one. Can I step over there without getting caught in the webbing?
Yeah, you can sidestep the webbing, no problem.
All right, so we'll do that. Come around the corner. 19.
Hammer time?
Yep, 19.
Yep, that hits. No
And
need to
that-
roll damage. It had 1 hit point left.
Oh, nice.
So you crush it, and it drops to the ground in a heap. You look about, taking status of the scene. There are spores emanating from this area here. Here. There are spores emanating from behind over here.
Yeah, it's gonna be time to get out of here.
And you watch as, with the pain that you've inflicted on these poor, unassuming fungal creatures who are just minding their own business.
Mm-hmm.
The mass of fungus in the middle of the room starts to shift and grow and almost like stand up. The fungus starts to pull apart, and you can see that there is this large myconid that stands up and just kind of looks over at you silently.
We were just leaving.
Yeah. Run away.
I will once again, Aldez, help Norb and let's get out of here.
You gonna continue your move towards the exit, or are you gonna stay there?
I am gonna continue my move, but I will move sort of here to cover for these two.
Okay.
Once these start coming in, I shall move like here, and I'll just prep for the big shroom. Tell Norb, tell Dez to help Norb and to start backing out of here.
Oh man. So
Yeah,
you're gonna stand right there. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's probably within his reach.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Cool how?
Cool as in, fuck you guys, just run. All right.
We're trying to.
I'm not gonna turn around
There's
and
an
leave the other
order.
two there. That's just not gonna happen. So
No, that's not your style. This thing is going to send out spores in your direction. It doesn't move towards you, but it sends out as it ruffles the gills of its cap. Oh, this is crazy. Lachlan. It is going to move. Lachlan, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw, please.
oh, damn, I am going with an advantage because I don't think that this is one I can afford to.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you don't want to lose this one.
All right, then I'm good. I got 18 plus my.
Yeah, you're fine. You
plus
have you're savvy now. You kind of like hold your breath for the moment as it comes at you, and it sends these spores in your direction, and they just kind of go past you, and you don't breathe them in. You're able to hold your breath as they just sort of float and drop to the ground. This one here is going to move towards Norb, but these guys don't move very far. So it's going to move. Can't quite get to Norb. That brings us to Dez.
All right, I'm going to move over to Norb. And I'm going to try to pull him out of the web.
Okay.
And say, we got to go.
You can basically use your action to use the help action. And so on his turn, he will be able to roll with advantage to break free of that web.
Yes, I will do that. Help action.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to move right here with the rest of my movement. And with a bonus action, I'm going to try to I'm going to throw up my hand, and this guy right here will need to make a strength saving throw.
Ooh, okay, sweet.
Sweet as pie. On summer day.
That is a 10.
He fails, so he gets shoved backwards 5 feet.
Okay. Like stumbles backwards, kind of trips over the mass of mushrooms there, but maintains its footing. All right, good move. Norb, you can now make an attempt to get out. You've got the aid of your friends, so roll with advantage.
All right. I am going to just, with Dez's help, rip my way out of this thing. Athletics?
Yep.
I got a 1 and a 3, so it's going to be a 7 and a 9.
Oh,
Jesus,
man.
Does a 9 get me out?
No.
All right.
You are still stuck.
Bonus action.
For the record, that was your dice that just killed you, not me. All right,
Yeah,
bonus
I know.
action. Throw those things away.
Leave me! Leave me! Just run away!
No. Oh my God, the stakes are high, Norb. You shout out, you're trying to break free Dez. You're like pulling on him, like, come on! And you're like trying to break him free, but it's just, he's stuck. He ran right into this thing. Oh. God damn it. God damn it, Norb.
Damn it, Norb!
Oh, if only you would rage.
only.
He's a
If only
wizard.
you
How
would
can
get
he? How
upset.
can a wizard
Yeah.
have rage?
Yeah,
Or
what
is he?
all
Or
this
is he?
talk of rage?
He's just some guy. Yeah.
All right, Xanthi, it's your turn. You're like, come on, guys, let's go. And they're not. They're like just hanging out.
Bumbling
see
around in the
this-
darkness.
Giant mushroom person emerged from the center just
Not
at the
good.
end of my vision. And I'm like, oh no, we are going to fire that. She just lets out another firebolt straight at the big guy.
All right, roll to hit, please.
All right. With advantage. 25.
That hits. Give me some damage. Give me some sweet damage. Lots of damage.
10.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Max damage.
Nice. Yep. It starts to sort of like melt some of the flesh away as you've seen before, and it sort of turns and looks in your direction, taking note of where it came from. You can tell that at least it knows enough of the stimulus around it that it has identified you.
Yeah, I'll shout, leave my friends alone!
You dirty fungus. All right. Do you want to move or do a bonus action, Xanthi?
Nope. I'm gonna wait for the guys.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna get to the top of the order here, and it's gonna be Lachlan's turn. But before we do that, I'm going to switch over to the cams screen here. Norb, I just want to say it's been a pleasure. It's been a real pleasure. You guys, Norb has been a great companion. He's a little awkward. He's got some knowledge, and he's got a backstory, and he's got goals just like anybody else.
And you won't learn about any of it.
That's right.
Maybe his purpose in life was to bring us all together, and now that purpose has been fulfilled, he can move on to his eternal rest.
And and out of character,
he's not dead yet.
Shots for Norb.
My last first character. My last first character in the campaign was the first to die too. So
that's true.
Barondir, he really set the stage for.
Well, you've got a history, man.
Yeah,
you've got a track
I have a folder.
record.
I have a folder of dead characters.
No.
Well, we love Norb, and it ain't over yet, but oof, it's probably over. All right, well, let's go back to the action here. Lachlan, it's your turn. Your friend Norb is stuck. This thing is coming at you. It is. Let me just paint this picture for you, Lachlan. This thing is looming over the top of you. It is massive. You can see that the flames that have erupted across the surface from Xanthi's firebolt have done massive damage to it, melting it away. But it looks like death coming for you.
Does it look like it's bearing down on me, like it's looking at me and it's coming at me?
It's like right in front of you, looming over you. The best you can tell is like, yeah, it's gonna come at you.
All right, I will hold my action, but I will drop my shield hand.
Okay. You drop your shield hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will hold my action.
Okay. I feel like I should know what you're planning, but I'm just going to go along with it. All right. So you're going to hold your action.
Yep.
Just to clarify one more time, you're holding your action.
I'm holding my action.
Okay. That brings us to the creature. It looms forward, and it is going to reach out to grab you with its poisonous spore-covered hands.
I let it.
Okay, I'm going to roll with advantage because I've got a couple more. Oh, Jesus. Lachlan. You can hear in the distance, as if you're not that far underground, Lachlan. You hear what you think is thunder.
All right.
Na 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 thunder. You're lucky I didn't roll a natural 20. That was really close. That is a 17 to hit.
Without my shield, it hits.
Oh, man.
And I will use my reaction.
All right, let me roll the damage that you take as a holy shit. Okay.
Just giving myself over to the will of the Stormcrow.
Yep. You take it looks like 8 bludgeoning damage. And 1 poison damage. Lucky man. All right, so what is your held action?
My held action is I concentrate on the sound that I'm hearing of this thunder, and I tell myself, I keep trying to not fully commit, just sort of, moving from one thing to the next, just kind of moving wherever the wind kind of carries me. And I'm not someone who commits very much. And even this whole Stormcrow thing, I've talked about it, I've thought about it, I've involved myself in it, but I never really sort of gave myself to it. And as I see the situation that we're in this dank cave, and the fact that Norb is probably about to take in the teeth. And I have plans because I need Norb to teach me how to read and write. And I'm not going to let Norb go the fuck down. And so I'm going to reach out and I'm going to tell Stormcrow, I'm going to tell him, all right, I'm in, boy. I'm all in. And then I'm going to use my reaction to force this thing to make a dex saving check.
Okay. Which they are not known for. I'm just going to throw that out there. They're known as pugilists, fungal pugilists, but they're not known for their dex saving throws. I rolled a 2.
Well, that sucks for you.
Plus nothing.
As I will invoke the wrath of the storm and just fully give it everything I have. And just this time we're going to go with the lightning damage. I don't know how lightning's going to happen down underground, but baby, bring it.
You hear Lachlan, go ahead and roll your damage, but the way this happens is you hear thunder just roiling above somewhere. You hear crashing thunder. The rest of you begin to hear it as well. And Lachlan kind of channels this energy, almost like the static electricity that seems to be in the air. There's spores floating on it. There's the energy that's coming down from the ground, being grounded from the sky above. The ceiling of the space starts to crumble. The mud, the rain starts to pour in as the ceiling parts and chunks of earth start to fall in on top of this mass of mushrooms, including this creature. Go ahead and roll that damage.
And that is 714 thunder damage.
Go ahead and
lightning.
Go ahead and max that damage, please.
That would be 16 lightning damage.
You invoke the power of the Storm Crow, something more powerful than you've ever felt before, as it crashes in and ignites this mass of mushrooms. They start to ignite and start to burn. The fire and the flames and the firebolts was not doing it, but the electricity that has inoculated this space with energy is now burning this mass of fungus. You also see beyond now this creature who you have severely damaged but not knocked down, that there is an opening in the ceiling. The ceiling has parted and you can see that there's rain coming in and water pouring into the space, a way out.
And I just welcome the rain and welcome the storm, and having not used my action since this thing is still up, I will swing my hammer.
Yep.
At it. Getting a 19.
19 will hit. Give me some damage.
All right.
All right. And the damage will be fucking max damage 8 plus 4. Yeah, 8 plus 4, so another 12 damage from the hammer.
Oh, it looks like it's ready to die. It doesn't quite do it, but you smash it with the hammer and it sort of staggers and falls out of the way a little bit. I'll just say for flavor that you bash it up against the wall. It moves about 5 feet here. And I would say that the opening to the space above is like right here. If you can see that on the map, let me zoom out a little bit so folks can see it who are watching. There's a pink circle there. You can see the rain is pouring in, and you have essentially called forth the destructive wrath of your god, who has stepped in to save you and your friends. And that is the end of your turn, Lachlan. That brings it to their
I will
turn.
just say, let's get out of here.
And everybody, I would say, maybe not Xanthi, but Dez and Norb, you can definitely see like the rain pouring in, and it looks like there's an opening to get out. You'll have to figure out how to get up into it by climbing or something, but there is a way out right there. It's just past this mushroom pile that is now burning from the electrical energy that has entered the space. This creature is going to swing at you, Lachlan, with its last sort of gasping breath.
I'll hold my shield up this time because, you know.
That's not going to hit. It's a 7. This
I
creature
do
over
have another
here.
another
Oop.
shot of that storm thing if ever this thing is feeling uppity.
Yeah, I mean, it just attacked you. Oops.
It has to hit for me to.
Oh, it has to
unleash.
hit you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I lost one of my guys.
Oh
That's
no!
sad.
Just
There
use
he is.
one of the ones. There you go.
Yep. Okay. This one is going to move forward, and it gets up close to you, and it is going to pugilize you with a fist. 12.
Stop
That sounds oddly personal. No, 12
It
does
misses
not.
you. Yep. You just kind of like knock it out of the way with your shield. That brings us to Dez. You see Xanthi
All right.
is back behind you in the corridor, like, come on, guys. And then you look ahead and you saw this eruption of electricity and lightning that came down and ignited this mass of mushrooms. And there's an open space where water is pouring in. There's a way out.
I'm just gonna say, Xanthi, the exit is down here.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna run over. And I'm gonna attack the big guy.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
All right.
The big
I'm
boy.
gonna use my last advantage from the chat.
Yeehaw. Thanks, guys. Don't forget, we've got a giveaway. We're giving away a bunch of loot from CZRPG! Drawing to get in on the action. The Halloween Fun Bundle. There's like 10 different pieces of content. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god. That was 14 to hit.
Just hits.
Oh god.
Roll me some
All
sweet,
right.
sweet damage.
All right, so that is 13 piercing.
Tell me how you kill this Myconid Sovereign.
I'm just gonna look up in its crooked, ugly face, and I'm just gonna drive a short sword right between his eyes.
Yeah, no sound or anything. You just stab it right in what you think is the head features of this thing. It's weird because it's a giant mushroom with arms and legs. But it does respond by falling to the ground in a heap at your feet.
All right.
Nice.
There is now, as far as you can tell, there's flame, right? Let's see. There's flame here, burning. There is one mushroom creature right here that is still up. And then, like I said, there is an exit back down here.
All right. Well, I only have a bonus action, so I'm gonna throw out my arms again and try to. I'm gonna push this guy back onto the flaming heap. Or I'm gonna
Ooh,
try.
All right, give me. So
So
I
he
make a strength
He
save.
needs to make a strength saving
Yeah,
throw.
no, he failed.
All right. So
Roll
he
a
gets pushed.
d6 for me
All right.
as he
5
takes
feet
fire
backwards.
damage.
4.
Okay, yep, starts to burn. Doesn't quite kill him, but definitely burning him. That brings us to Norb. Norb, are you still
All right.
stuck in this thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Would you please
Yeah.
get out of there?
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Norb's just like in a hammock, just kind of chilling.
I'm literally, I'm hanging here. Like my great axe is like stuck out in front of me.
Oh, the worst.
I'm gonna like pendulum the axe a little bit, try and cut the stuff that's holding my like side, so I might be able to shift my way out.
Come on, Norb.
Athletics, right?
Yep, come on. You got this, buddy.
You can do it.
I rolled another 3. I got
Oh
a
my God.
9 total.
It's not a high DC, but it's higher than that. Norb, you're still stuck.
It's just like,
At this point, if you look at Norb, his tongue's like in his lips. He's got like super concentrated face going. He's like trying to swing this thing, his great axe into, he looks like he's doing a test.
yeah.
You know what? Let's just fucking leave him here.
You might have to.
The dice have decided.
When you can pull yourself out of there, Norb, we'll come get you.
Xanthi, it is your turn.
Okay. Xanthi is going to come back into the room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. she, oh gosh.
That's fireball at me.
Fireball. She doesn't have fireball at first level. She better
No.
not.
I do
When
not.
she gets fireball, we're all in trouble.
I was
Yeah.
just teasing.
When she gets fireball,
She likes to burn things.
I'm gonna start looking. Is there some sort of product that provides protection against fire? Because I'd like a suit made out of
No, it's a Nomex. It's called Nomex armor.
Gnomes make it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Made by the gnomes.
Okay. And this guy in the middle is still alive.
Yeah, the one that's in the flames currently.
Yeah,
Yep.
I will cast not Sacred Flame. I'll cast Firebolt at it.
All right, give me an attack roll, please.
My action. 11.
11 does not hit. No,
Okay.
it does hit. It hits.
Oh gosh. All right.
Roll some damage.
I add another 2 damage onto the fiery.
Oh my god. Yeah.
pile.
He's burning but not dead. But he's like almost
Okay.
dead, if you know what I mean. Anything
and
else from Xanthi?
No.
I look up and at the hole
Mm-hmm.
there, and I think I want to get out of here, and I cast Misty Step.
Okay.
Would Misty Step get me out
Well,
through
it's
that
30
hole?
feet, right?
Like, would it just get me straight up?
Tell me about Misty Step, because I don't necessarily know it off the top of my head. I know that it is a movement as a bonus action.
It's
is it
teleport.
60 feet?
30
Bonus
feet
action.
to an unoccupied space that you could see.
That you can see.
So
you
that
can,
would
you can get underneath the hole with Misty Step.
no, I don't want to do that. Because I probably needed to get out.
Yeah, you could get 30 feet to the hole, and then it's probably, well, you don't know yet, but you got to go that way.
Okay. Then I will not waste that. I won't do it.
Okay. So we come to the top of the order. Now, you've got one of these things burning, Lachlan. You've got your friend Norb stuck in this web.
I'm gonna go get Norb.
All right. I will say for the sake of narrative that you are able to pull him free at this
I
point.
have 18 strength.
Yeah, you pull him free. The two of you
Come here, Norb.
out of the web. You use your action to
Oh.
free your buddy.
I'm gonna keep what's stuck to me still, kind of stuck to me, so that I can take it with me as research.
Now the
and
flames
readjust
are-
my centipede.
The flames are building now, so there's a sense of urgency as
Yeah,
the place is burning from
get
the
outta here.
strange electrical explosion that happened from your friend Lachlan. And you guys, there's one of these things still being burned. I'm just gonna say, who lit that on fire?
I think that it was the residual
lightning?
lightning
Yeah, it was
damage
the
that
lightning.
got
Alright,
that,
so-
and then I added to it.
So
Yeah.
Xanthi, give me a D6 roll for some fire damage.
Okay.
Please.
I have a rope, if that's gonna be useful.
5.
I do
Yeah.
too, I think.
You put this thing down as it burns. This whole place is burning now, and you start to see chunks of the ceiling starting to fall down as if the sinkhole that this all encapsulates is beginning to collapse. We're gonna go off the map here because we don't need it anymore. You guys run over to the opening. Tell me what you're gonna do with ropes or however you're gonna get out. Tell me. It's got to happen fast because things are
Yeah.
collapsing.
When Xanthi gets under the hole, she will cast Misty Step. Just
She's
wanting to be up on the surface. And when she finds out where she is, she will take out her rope and feed the rope down the hole.
Yep, bonus action. You can see as you get underneath it, Xanthi, you can see the rain kind of coming down in this weird, like slow motion cinematic moment as it starts falling. And you can see the ledge above, lightning crackling in the sky, and you Misty Step to the top. You take out you use your free action or whatever to take out your rope, your 50 feet of rope, and you drop it down. The rest of you guys race up to where she had just disappeared.
If everybody
And
boosts up.
you see the rope dangling, and you climb your way back up and make your way up to the top. Now, as you get up onto the surface of the ground, it's continuing to collapse. So you have to like run away from it as it's collapsing behind you and like filling in. And eventually you get to a point where you yourselves collapse in fatigue, spent energy, and you look back and it is just silent. The only thing you can hear is the of the thunder above and these little rivulets of lightning that flash in the sky around you.
I will get up on one knee and I will pull the little barnacle on the necklace and I will pull it out of my neck, and then I will concentrate on it and, you know, silently will give thanks to the Stormcrow for giving me the power to help us get out of this, and pledging to give myself fully from this moment on to whatever he needs. And I'll just say my prayer like this in the rain.
And while he's doing that, I will walk over because he looks banged up, right? Lachlan looks banged up.
Yeah, I'm at 1.
And I will
Nice.
put my hand on him and say, "Thank you for helping me." And she casts oh gosh, where is it? Cure wounds.
Oh, I didn't know we had one of those still.
She was hoarding it for
Well, if
For the
one of you
perfect
guys went
opportunity.
down, we would have needed it.
Yeah, for 8 healing.
Nice.
As she like doesn't even know she's doing it.
And I will receive that, and I'll say, "Don't thank me. Thank the Stormcrow."
That was really close. That was really close.
I thought that we were all going to die. I mean, definitely Norb, but
Norb, are you all right?
Guys, look at this centipede.
Oh my god.
It's so cool. It's gonna get us 20 gold.
I don't know if anybody will want to buy that.
We'll just say it killed the goat.
Whatever, better pay up now.
Oh god.
I'll tell you one thing, though. And I'll look at the hole in the ground. That farmer's going to be fucking pissed.
And with that, my friends, we will fade to black on the scene as the 4 of you have emerged from this strange sinkhole beneath the pastures of old Wolber Kalich, whose goats had gone missing and were killed. You have potentially, maybe, solved that problem for Warber. Nevertheless, you have the body of a giant centipede. You have the head of a giant badger. And you have the gift of persuasion, perhaps, to convince old Warber that you have solved his problem. And maybe you have. I guess we'll find out. Maybe you've created other problems. Who knows?
As
But
we'll
for
meet
now-
him and he'll be like, I just thank you for killing these monsters. Now my wonderful family of mushrooms that live underground that I've been hiding
My
away
second,
from the enemy.
my side hustle. I've been cultivating mushrooms to keep my family fed. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, you guys survived, much to my chagrin. I mean, I'm very happy that you made it. That was pretty awesome. I did think we were going to lose Norb there. I got a little modeling there for a minute, but I'm glad that Norb survived. Thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out. I think the advantages that you guys provided definitely helped these guys survive this encounter. This was
Two of us were at 1 hit point, right?
This was a deadly encounter that was designed to be deadly.
Especially since we went in with like all our stuff.
You had already used a lot of your resources. So well done. Luckily the dice were in your favor for the most part. I really, that was fun. Thank you all for being here. We are going to give away this amazing here. Let's go back to the map screen here. We had that sweet underground map, but here's what I wanted to show you, the Halloween fun bundle. You guys, seriously, this thing is crazy. This is 10 different titles from the CZ RPG catalog. and it's a lot of really cool stuff for like Ravenloft campaigns, incorporating hexes and diseases into your campaign, which I would never do. Encounters with dark powers, the Withering of Rossville. I mean, this is really good stuff. It's a $58 total value, and we're going to give it away to one lucky winner. All you need to do, my friends, is type !drawing. We're going to go around the table here while everybody else gets in on the drawing, and we're going to reintroduce ourselves. Tell us what you have going on. If you could update folks maybe on games that we have coming up on the channel, I think that would be a good idea. We've got a lot going on. And then, we'll get to the drawing. So let's start out with, let's go to Andy first.
Hey, everybody. My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and on our Discord. You can find me here on Tuesday nights playing Dez, my level 1 rogue kind of guy. And I'm also helping out with Shade Song, which is now on Thursday nights.
You're the goddamn producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the man that makes it happen. You're the man that makes it happen.
The
We
magic
appreciate
behind the
that,
stuff.
man. We really do appreciate you stepping in and doing that. It's very helpful. We've done a lot of expanding the games that we've been playing so we can get more people involved. And that relies on folks like Andy and Miko and Bleak and Ashley to help us make all that happen. So thank you all. Speaking of Ashley, let's jump over to Ashley next.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. And for now, this is all I'm doing. So you can see me on next Tuesday for Heroes of Greyhawk. I've got some stuff in the works, but not yet.
Everybody is wondering, Ashley, when will we see a reprise of the Oops All Kobolds Part 2?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, it's the talk of the town. We had a really, really good time. I got to play in this. If you ever have a chance to play in a game with Ashley, I highly recommend it. A lot of high energy, good, fun action. That was so good. I loved it. So I'm excited to see when we can get you back to run another game on Monday Night Mayhem. Let's jump over to Bleak.
Hey, I'm the Bleak Season, or also known as the Canadian Muse. No, the Bleak Season on Twitter. What do we got? We got next Monday, the second part of our Vaesen Halloween 2-shot that I'm running. Sunday, coming up Sunday, we have the Blade Runner that Dave is in. Hooli, Creep, Fliz. That's the fifth.
So good.
It's going to be the 5th episode of an 8-part series. So we're getting into that back end of it, that end game part. Shade Song on Thursday that Andy's producing that I'm doing. I think that's about everything that I'm doing now. And yeah, thanks for being here. Had a good time. And, thank the Stormcrow.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that was nice.
Norb, my friend Kirk, let's jump over to you, buddy. Glad to see that you're still going to be playing with us next week. That's a real feel good kind of outcome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Kirk, and I am still alive somehow. Really didn't think I was going to make it through that, so I hadn't planned an end. I thought I'd be cut out already.
Right? Yeah. Canceled.
Yeah.
Canceled, yeah.
Yeah. I play Tuesdays. I'll be here every Tuesday until I'm killed, which will happen. I promise.
Yeah.
You think so? I mean, if you keep running into webs and stuff, like you didn't even look where you're going.
I mean, I did, but I didn't think it was that strong.
It was pretty strong. But
Yeah,
you know
I
what? You
regretted
survived, and that's the thing that really matters.
That was the dice.
So.
That was the dice tonight.
That was the dice tonight. Speaking of chance, and speaking of opportunity, we've got an opportunity to win some serious loot here. ! Drawing. This is it, guys. We're going to jump in here and give this stuff away. And you know how we do it here at the Superior Adventurers Guild. Ashley is the MC of the countdown because that's just
Like the
what we've always done. Yeah.
Right.
Counting to 5.
Yep.
All
Ashley,
right.
if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. All right, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
There we go. Vamp Wickman. Vamp Wickman has won the Mega Halloween Fun Bundle.
Wow.
Congratulations, Vamp. This thing is sweet. You're going to love it. Vamp is currently playing in our Playtesters versus the Skull Fort. He will be playing in our Monsters Hunting. He just got done playing with Bleak in one of the Shadesong sagas. Vamp has left his mark all over this place. Ooh, that came out sounding really, really
you could say that
strange.
we've kind of rubbed Vamp all over us, and now we smell like him.
Well, I've actually slept with Vamp, but that's a whole different story. Thank you so much, Vamp, for joining us and being such a great supporter of the channel.
What happens at Gary Con stays at Gary Con, right?
That's true. That's absolutely true. If you want to be as cool as Vamp, jump on into our Discord and get to know us, hang out with us, get in some of our games. We recruit people from our Discord if you want to hang out. It's a rad little community of gamers and nerds. All right, we are going to raid somebody. Who are we raiding tonight, Bleak? Do we have a target? I'm looking around here.
Last man standing. So
are we really?
It's
anybody's game here. So I'm just going to take a quick look. Guys, stick with us. We're going to raid somebody and we're going to give them a bunch of love. So let's just see who is live. That is
Superior's up.
Guild Superior is.
Hey, let's raid them.
Level 1 geek is up, and that's Tori who played with us.
Yeah, where is that? Level 1 geek.
Level 1 geek, LVL1 G.
Yep, we're gonna do that.
Cool,
all right, we are gonna raid Tori, level 1 geek. There we go. You guys give Tori and crew some love, and we will be back on Thursday with our Shadesong saga. You got to come back for that. It's me. It's Bleak season. It's Eversalt. It's MJ Russell and Wiki VA. It's going to be epic. We'll see you then. Bye.